my life to halt every time people want to see me live, Candice. I mean, I have things to do. I've got people that.
You do. Oh, yeah, we're live now.
Hi, Ken. Hey, everybody. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Instagram. Hey, everybody. It's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, the suet pudding. I'm getting ready. I'm here with the one and only Candice Gregoris, my birthday twin, my illegitimate drag daughter, Alma Fingers. She's here with me.
Hello.
Later in the that's it. You give yourself a little picture. You can't give yourself an even shot. Where's the split screen?
I'll figure that out
All
after
right.
this.
All right. I feel on some level that you need a split screen.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll do that for next time.
I don't
working
feel
my way around.
I don't feel good.
All of the options. I just want to say hello to the people who are in the room. Xavier, Rex Trek.
Oh, Rex Trek, hey.
Martha Anastasia.
Ooh, Martha Anastasia and I have been chatting. She is sending me a care package filled with some knitting needles and and a vintage knitting book on knitting lace.
Ooh,
I have to tell you, I'm so excited by that. I used to work on the TV show Road to Avonlea. And one of the things I used to do on Road to Avonlea was knit their shawls.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so every season I would knit like over the 6 months that we were filming, I'd knit maybe 6 shawls. They'd just give me some yarn and go. They'd either give me a pattern or just this is what we want, you know. And I just leave it to myself, and they'd pay me extra for them. But I enjoy knitting. I really do enjoy knitting, but I don't knit for me. I don't know why. Every time, my favorite knitted stuff is stuff people have sent me. I have all this stuff. I can't remember who sent what, but my favorite one. Well, I don't want to say my favorite.
One that you say amongst my favorites.
Amongst my favorites, though, is this oversized scarf blanket. It's got to be 12 feet long and 4 feet wide, and it's meant to be like one of those Anushka wrapped up in the knitwear while she's in the Bavarian Highlands or something. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very that, and I love it. I love it very much. So I'm excited for that. So today I'm going to be getting ready to review. Shut your face. Drag Race Down Under. Oh my God, Drag Race Down Under started yesterday. I didn't even know it was going to happen. Does everyone know it happened yesterday? Like that it was premiering? Because for some reason, I thought I had a couple of weeks. So I was kind of languishing, you know, pants off, staring, things like that. And then all of a sudden yesterday in my feed, it says, oh, Drag Race Down Under. Now, here's the thing. I wasn't going to review Drag Race Down Under in theory. I've reviewed season 1 and hated it so much that I had to stop chatting with some of the queens because I thought I was going to come to blows with one or two of them. That said, Keita Mead and I are just like that. This is me. But anyway, she super, super nice. But so when season 2 came along, I wasn't trusting it. It was still too new. It was still too fresh. It was too soon. So I watched it, but didn't talk about it. And I have to say, I love season 2. I love that Spanky Jackson won. I love that pissed a lot of people off. I also love that Spanky Jackson won the season 2 of House of Drag. And that pissed people off too. And so I just like to take my iced coffee. Cheers to Spanky Jackson.
Cheers.
That said, I am reviewing Drag Race Down Under season 3, and here is why. I had started reviewing All Stars 8. If you go to my feed, there are 2 videos there right now for episode 1 and episode 2. And then I was in the hospital for a month. So I literally missed the rest of All Stars 8. But this is what I've been trying to do, if the world would just get out of my way and let me friggin' do it, is I've been trying to review the whole All Stars 8 season as just as a entity unto itself. And I was going to do it with Wilhelmina Box Farts, my drag daughter. She's the legitimate one. So what happened was we were going to do it after Pride, just before the finale. We were going to review the season and then do the finale. But Wilhelmina's boyfriend got sick, a summer cold over Pride.
That's the worst.
The worst, Candice. nobody likes to be sick in the summer,
Oh,
especially if you have a fever and chills all of a sudden in the summer. Ugh. So because of that, Wilhelmina then got sick. So she had to cancel. We were going to film and she had to cancel. And then Wilhelmina's dog died. Well, Wilhelmina killed her. But the thing is, Wilhelmina's a vet, and she had to put her own dog down because she had cancer. The jawbone in her mouth was just deteriorated because of it. It's just so sad, and it was awful. Uh, Wilhelmina had put her dog down to examine her, realized how bad it was, left her unconscious, contacted Jeffrey, who was able to come to the vet clinic and say goodbye. They didn't revive her. There was no point. It was just, she was just so far gone. And so they, of course, were devastated. We had all these things planned to do, go to the Fringe, all sorts of things. And it all ended up, understandably, and without judgment, going cattywampus. So we were going to film that weekend and we couldn't. And then last weekend we were filming. We were filming Monday. It was happening. I was excited. We had plans. Sunday night we were talking about it. Monday morning, well, Ted's sick with Jeffrey's cold. Wilhelmina.
No.
So this Monday coming, we are going to be doing that review of the whole entire All Stars 8 season. We'll be talking about the dramas and the looks and all of the madness. So yeah, if you enjoyed any of my reviews, you'll enjoy Wilhelmina and I. We usually do Drag Race Canada or Canada's Drag Race. We'll do either the first one and the last one, or at least one of them.
Right.
Wilhelmina's schedule is a little more busy than mine, so I can't guarantee she's always available for reviews and such. So we'll see what we'll do with Canada's Drag Race. So now today, as I'm getting ready to review Australia, and if you have any questions, if you watched Australia, have questions, or you haven't and you have questions, ask them. Please feel free to ask me any questions. Candice is here moderating. She will make sure that any and all relevant queries, you heard me, get shuffled off to me. For makeup today, I recently was sent by Teresa Mulhern. Hi, Teresa, if you're watching. I don't know if she is. Darcy's there. Hey, Darcy. We might as well talk about Darcy right now. Okay. Darcy has this fantastic makeup company called Saints, Angels, Sinners. They're having a sale this weekend, and we have we have her website.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
It's all right. You're doing a great job, Candice.
Oh gosh.
Add to stream.
Oh, I think this is the wrong one though.
Oh, switch that.
You know
No, that's
what?
right. You're right. Add to stream.
Oh, this one I think is the other brand.
No, that's right. You're right. It's Angels Sinners. And then remove me. very famous and important. There we are. I didn't want people to think we'd shut down altogether.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that makes sense. No, other people are saying that they're not getting audio. So, okay. Settings. Did we plug the mic in?
Well, I know my mic's plugged in.
All right.
I'm just
Okay,
wondering.
David Vogel is saying sound is back.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it was. Thanks, David.
Okay, people are hearing us now.
Oh, thank you. So sorry. We're so sorry. We're not technical wizards. I mean, I wish we were. But if we were technical wizards, we wouldn't be delicious, vibrant bon vivants. So you see, Candice, thank you so much for doing that.
Oh man, I'm just, you know what? I think it was weirdly, I turned the mute on and then off again. It's, it's just got to jiggle it. So we just jiggle the internet.
I like a good jiggle. I won't lie. All right. So today I am going to be using, I like to try and use one palette. I'm one of those people. I was using the Carnival, the Be Perfect Carnival I Love Tahiti or Love Tahiti palette the other day. I realized that it had no white in it. I lost my mind. I had to go look for another white. It makes me crazy. So today I am using some products that I got sent by Teresa Mulhern, who I don't know if she's there. Oh, Aunt B's there. Rex Track. Hey. But anyway, so she sent me this stuff from Blend Buddies. Their highlighter palette, Noctilescent. I'm going to be using that. And I'm going to be using the Juicy Cheeks, which is the blush palette. Now, the video where I unbox this and put this all on is coming. I haven't finished editing it because, well, Drag Race Down Under started and I didn't realize it was going to. So for my face, I'm going to be using the Primal by Blend Buddies. And I don't think they have this on their screen, on their site anymore. I feel like this is the one that they got rid of. I thought that the Blend Buddies owner developed this palette with her father. The thing I love about it is this large black and this large white pan on the bottom. I also love how dark this palette is. And I love that that bottom row is all shimmers, not multi-chromes, not anything, just shimmers. But I don't know why they canceled this one. You can still get Surge and you can still get blends. I have the blends palette. I have to tell you, I actually got rid of the Surge palette. I had it, but I found that the neon formula in that palette wasn't great. I mean, I know a lot of people did. I just felt for me it wasn't great, so I got rid of it. And I'm not saying that the palette wasn't great, but it just that aspect of it wasn't working for me. So when she got rid of Primal, I have to say I was a little surprised, but I'm glad I got it. Anyway, all right, so. I don't know what brushes I'm using, but I'm going to I'm taking this a smudger, like it's just a flat smudger, and I'm going to go in with Instinct. I'm going to mix between Instinct and Ink, these two purples here. Purple. Oh, I didn't, you know what? I got so excited. I always do this. I don't know, does anyone else do this? I got so excited I forgot to put eye primer on. Get so excited to put makeup on. I have to tell you, I've been so excited, like after say a week of not doing any makeup, any reviews, any nothing. And then I go running in to do makeup and I don't even put primer on my face. I'm so like, oh yay.
Should I have a technical question?
Oh yes.
Up in the chat.
Oh.
And that's it. So this Silver Sweet is asking, is this
hey Nick.
Is this replacing the Patreon bi-weekly?
No, we're still doing one tomorrow. Yeah. I'm so sorry I haven't loaded anything in for it, but yeah, we're doing a live tomorrow.
So this is a yes and this is a this too.
Yeah, what I want to do is, and you guys let me know what you think. I want to do a live once a month. And the reason that I do want to do them is because Candice came in and moderated that last one and it went so well. And it was just nice to be able to do what I'm doing and still, answer questions and not have to stop and read and look and wonder if I missed something or what have you. And it was just such a treat to have Candice here. And so when she said she would do it again, I was like, well, too bad you said yes. And The exciting thing is that first live, we started talking for some reason or another about snacks.
We did.
And we ended up talking
Ooh, sorry about that.
That's all right. Did you have your sound on? Do you need to turn it off? There.
Okay, I think we're better now. Thanks, everyone.
Can you hear Candice, everyone?
Yeah, we're trying to add a little bit more technical things to the aspect, so we're just working out a few of the we're buffing out the sides, we're buffing out the edges.
I don't want to hear about your sex life.
We're blending. And scene.
So what ended up happening was that I ended up getting sent snacks. People actually sent snacks. Some people sent them through Amazon. Actually, I got a couple. One from Martha Grunwald and one from Chloe Demure. And another one. I don't know who the other one was from. But yeah, this all came in. And then I got a couple of email requests for my address to send stuff. And I know there was possibly a New Zealand package en route. And
That is so amazing.
I know. And the thing is, because so many things are so different. You just get used to like your corner of the world and you don't think anything's odd that, you put milk in tea and then you go somewhere where they think that's absolutely deplorable or whatever. I just love that. I think that's amazing when you experience the world like that. But yeah, so
So just quick question,
Yes.
Not to give anything away that you're going to be doing with Little Nina, but just in general, how did you feel about All Stars 8?
Oh, in general, I was very impressed with it on a lot of levels. The main level being that I didn't really expect my opinions of some of the queens to change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really, really thought, like, I just found Jimbo the last couple of times that she was on TV so repugnant and so dislikable that when she was announced as a cast member, I was like, oh no, I have to deal with that energy
Oh my
again.
goodness.
And yet, I have to say, she did a complete 180 for me. I absolutely adore Jimbo now. I felt that she played the game incredibly well. She had fantastic wardrobe. She also has an incredible skill set as a clown. I think there's something very similar to drag as to clowning and mask because you're completely hidden behind something that isn't you and you're creating a whole new person. And I really I loved Jimbo's baloney thing, the baloney ghost or whatever
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
So funny. I mean, it was so funny. It's so endearing. The voice on it is so endearing. But it's not drag to me, but it's Jimbo's drag.
Right. It's a character.
Yeah, and it's developed into something when she like the fact that she can bring it back and we all immediately know who that is.
Right.
I'm impressed by that. So with Jimbo, I was really, really impressed. Somebody else that I was excited to see was Monica Beverly Hills.
I was too.
Yeah, and she was so. I don't know. She's just so demure. Like there's something about Monica. She may be a drag queen, but I think she's a stand-in model drag queen, an S&Mer. Like I don't think that she's a dancer or a performer. I think she picks a moment and a spot, stands there, does her lip sync, collects her tips, and I'm not. I hope this doesn't sound as negative as it's going to come off, but I think she's just her whole. I think her whole raison d'etre is to be pretty, and good for her. She does an excellent job at it.
Right.
She's a gorgeous girl.
Yeah,
But
my art is my beauty.
yeah, but at the same time, for me, it's like, well, what am I watching? Like she came out on that runway and she seemed so normal. Like just if I wanted to watch somebody at a mall fashion show, I would have gone to a mall. And when you compare it to the other queens that are just like this is all stars. This isn't just
Yeah.
first season. There was no excuses here. You've been here before.
Yeah.
You know what didn't work. So now do it differently. And I just felt that Anastasia, I felt that Monica she was so demure and so meek. And I'm sorry that she was, because it really lessened her shine next to the other queens. And I'm only saying next to the other queens. I don't think it diminished her. But then at the end of the season, when she did that, uh, the talent show, even that, all of a sudden, she made this great entrance. She looked stunning. And then she sat down and it was over. It was like, did I miss it? Like, what happened? What happened there?
Yeah, totally fair.
And so I don't know. I wish that Monica Beverly Hills had been more prepared for how hard it was going to be.
Right.
Because there was that moment where she was crying in the Untucked Lounge after that first episode. It's like, this is all I do. It's like, well, it can't be, because you're not that good at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody like Aquarius said, this is all I do, it's like, I can tell, you know, like, you really put it all in there, you know. But with Monica, there's a level of like club hostess. You're not pretty enough to come in here type cheekness about her. Do you know what I mean? You're too ugly. You can't come in. And I don't mean she's mean. It's just that about her, which I love. And I just don't think that that's enough. It has to translate into a personality. And I think that the problem with Monica is, I think she's, in being a trans woman, she's, I think, also becoming demure for I don't know if I'm saying this right either, but I think there's just there's just a demureness that women seem to have to kowtow to on some level. It's a choice. The women that don't kowtow to it may have it harder. You know, they may be the Betty Davises and the Sarah Silvermans of the world. But I do think that there is a level of feminine expectation socially where you're just that pretty thing in the corner. And I think on some level, transitioning, Monica may have lost some of her edge by socially becoming that pretty thing in the corner. I don't know. But I really was so sorry she didn't do better. I was rooting for her. And the fact that she didn't do that well, it's okay. That's okay. I'm not upset. But wow, I was expecting her to kill it.
Well, you know what? There's a part of me that thinks, I think there's some people who are great, but just Drag Race isn't always the best forum for what they do. And I feel like if Monica is this quieter chanteuse, like that, this ain't the place to be it.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So it just in general, there seems like a lot of people are talking in the chat about Candy. Some people who are like, "Oh, this season made me like her more. This season made me like her less." I've never liked Candy. I never will.
But how do you feel?
Seeing a little bit of that in the chat. So, I mean, I would say for myself, I've always thought that Candy's makeup is like.
She's a makeup artist.
Is impeccable.
She's actually a trained, licensed makeup artist.
Okay, so there you go.
And it is obvious. God, she's talented. I'm going to say a few things about Candy Muse. I see myself in her, meaning when I was her age, I was that loud, suck all the air out of the room, me, you know, I got something to do and say. And like Candy, I was entertaining enough that people didn't realize I was bulldozing all that much. But the other thing about Candy that I adore is she is a beast. She is huge. When you see her in the room, like they do a shot, she's as tall as Jimbo, but twice Jimbo's size. Like she got a big head. Like even if she were thin, she'd have a big head. And you know, her shoulders are big, her body size is big, her legs are big. Like this is a massive person. And I love that about her because she doesn't come off big in drag. Like to me, she just looks, I don't know, 5'10".
Yeah, that's true.
And so I'm very impressed with Candy on a lot of levels because of that. I never had a problem with her either that first season. Like I do understand that people did. And I totally understand why. I do totally understand why, because she was a lot. Every time she opened her mouth, everyone would go. And I get that. But there was also something about Candy where there was good television. And I don't mean that she was being obtuse or controversial for the sake of people going, while they're watching. She was just good television. She wasn't afraid to say what she meant. If somebody said, "What do you mean?" she'd tell them, "Well, I mean this. You suck."
Yeah.
Anything that Candy did or said on her season, I never had a problem with. Like, she wasn't wrong. She just wasn't doing it the right way. Saying it the right way. It's like, well, not winning friends and influencing people with that attitude, missy.
So can I,
Yes.
stir the pot a little bit with that and say I would take 100 Candy muses over like one Alexis Michelle because I feel like Candy at least is to your face.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of subterfuge with Alexis.
Well, and even if Candy's...
maybe that's because that's my personality and I've seen too much of myself in Alexis.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
Candice Gregoris is a mean girl. I don't like Alexis Michelle. I'm just going to say it. I don't like her. I didn't like her season. When she started complaining to her sisters, but here's the other thing. When they start saying, "Well, I was hoping my season 6 sisters," they're not your sisters. They all want $200,000. They will cut you like a trout if you get in their way. Don't think that these people are your friends. They're work colleagues for sure, and maybe later down the road you will become friends because you work together and you enjoy each other's company. But right now, these aren't your sisters. These aren't your friends. This is a competition. Suck it up. Take no prisoners, and just get it done. And I feel like with a lot of these queens, they just get caught up in the social drama. And I get it. I do get it. But I just think that they're like, "Oh, I couldn't stab her in the back. She's my best friend here." You've known her 2 weeks. You've known her 2 weeks. Has she lent you $10 or helped you move? She's not your best friend.
Oh, I have a great comment someone's put in here.
Who?
Spike.
Okay, hi, Spike.
So Spike is coming with the news saying Monica is actually booked in Blast. Surprisingly, her boost in confidence from All Stars 8 made her a much stronger performer. Like, that's great news to hear because I think that's all we ever wanted.
I'm glad. Yeah, I really like her.
She is clearly so talented.
I would totally go to a Monica Beverly Hills show.
Same.
Just to see how she's doing. Like, more just like, "Hey, girl."
Yeah, she absolutely.
Yeah, I think she's lovely.
She's great. You know what I mean? I know it sounds like so soft, but she does really have a great energy. She does give that off.
Well, she also is not a pushover. There was nothing about Monica where it's like she was scared of anybody. Like, she would have cut any of them. She wasn't. They weren't telling her. But it just broke me down. When you see tough people, like even when Candy cries,
right?
When tough people cry, that's when I worry. Like, that's one of the signs of the apocalypse. When you've got somebody in the corner, and let's just be honest, all us tough girls cry.
Right.
Some of us do it in the bathroom. There's a Candy News and they have a breakdown on camera. Either way, I'm not judging it, but it's definitely something that it's I think with Candy, whenever she broke down, like, it was truly an emotional moment, but she got herself together again. You know what I mean? I always felt with Candy, it was like, oh my God, pull it together.
You know what? And I think here's a comment that totally jives with that is Luby Lou online.
Yes. Hi, doll.
Katie was like a bad guy in a lot of ways. Eyes on the prize, funny, versatile, not everyone's friend.
But, the difference between Candy and Bag of Chips, I think that's who she was talking about.
Yeah.
Bag of Chips is a lazy queen. No offense. I love her. I think she is great, but so does she.
Oh my, you're not wrong.
But she is great. The problem is that she is great. You can't tell her she isn't, but there still has to be effort.
Oh, you know what? I totally get it.
And when your bar is that high and everyone knows you're coming in that hot, you need to bring it up here every once in a while.
Because didn't she bag of chips that is when they were doing Snatch Game, didn't she? Because Davina DeCampo was also going to do Thatcher.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, good thing that Davina gave her that outfit because what Baga was going to wear was like to me like proof of what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
It's like she's coming in with all this talent, but wasn't buffing herself around the edges.
Well, did you see when they were unpacking for that first season of Drag Race UK? The Vivian was moving these garbage bags. Are these baggage luggage? You know, bag is a hot mess. She's not a Ginny Lemon hot mess, but she's a hot mess.
Oh my gosh.
Poor Ginny.
Oh, what? I feel like I don't know what that is.
What's happening?
Well, about Ginny Lemon.
You don't know Ginny Lemon from Drag Race?
No, I know who she is.
Oh,
but
she's just a hot mess.
Oh.
She just was hot and messy. That's all. No judgment.
Yeah, totally.
There's something about like performers like Ginny Lemon where I think, you know, there's a market for you for sure. But some people have so much pride and they don't want to do anything that they wouldn't do in spite of themselves. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like Ginny Lemon is one of those performers where she I think sometimes she thinks that she's being avant-garde for the sake of being avant-garde. Like even when she walked off the show, there was a level of it for me that was very conscious. And I'm thinking, she's even thinking right now, they'll talk about this for weeks. It's like, yeah, but they'll stop talking about it at some point. And where are you? No money, no crown, a footnote.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, she was in the competition for a good length. And she was doing all right for a quirky girl, because that's the thing with Ginny. She's quirky. She just wasn't your typical queen, you know. That you almost couldn't even say what she was doing was drag because it was more commedia dell'arte or something. And again, nothing wrong with that, but it was definitely a different thing. And a lot of the other queens that didn't know her didn't really know how to deal with it. And then the other queens that did know her weren't impressed because, you know, it's like, well, you know, at some point it's still Drag Race. You know, you can be you. Well, I don't need to change myself to win a crown. It's like, well, yeah, you do.
Because, got a great question.
Oh, shut it. I love a great question. From who?
So, Martha Anastasia.
Oh, Martha Anastasia. She said immediately.
So, who do we want to see on the next All-Stars?
Oh, great question. I still want to see Pork Chop come back. I don't know why she doesn't. I'd still like to see her come back.
Yeah, who do other people want to see come back? You know what? Honestly, just as I read that question, the first one that came to my mind was actually Acid Betty.
Yeah, I just so did not like her. I thought she was so mean and so unnecessary. That whole thing she did, that tirade she had with Kim Chi about Trixie Mattel, was just awful.
It was very defensive. I'm kind of curious to see where that is now.
Oh, please. Trixie Mattel doesn't give a shit. She's a millionaire.
Oh, no, I just mean like where Acid Betty is now. And
right. Yeah. Well, she has a company. She's selling, it's called Unicorn Skin or something. She sells paper eyelashes. Really fascinating. Like they're really gorgeous. And a range of glitter or glitter paint that's makeup, and it's really spectacular. Like it's very innovative, but it's definitely a niche product, like for drag or clowns or performers like that.
We've got another potential all-star.
New
Carpathia is saying Utica would be great. The next person to see an all-star.
I'd like to see Utica again. I don't know. There's something about Utica. I feel like we didn't really get a full tilt boogie from her.
Yeah, you know what? I think about that sleeping bag dress on the right.
Oh, it was gorgeous. That was so beautiful.
Oh my gosh. And to think that was the same runway as Lala Ree without those bags. Oh my gosh. I think about that all the time. Like that was the same runway.
That's so funny.
David is saying Adore Delano.
I'd love Adore to come back, but I don't think she needs to.
Yeah, I love Adore.
Yeah.
Like I I've always loved Adore's.
Well, also
makeup.
Adore is a drag queen. She's really not like a typical drag queen. She's a rock star.
Yeah, totally.
She doesn't do a bar gig like that anymore. You know, and it's interesting.
Totally. And David is also saying, maybe Nina West.
Yeah, I was expecting so much more from Nina on her season, and I felt like somehow or another she got eclipsed. But I felt like she got eclipsed helping people like Brooklyn Heights.
Yeah, precisely. Precisely.
I would love to see Nina again. I think she's a fun queen. Also, I think she's developed some interesting new look, or two.
Well, what did you think of Jimbo Snatch Game?
Oh my God, so funny. That was one of the funniest things I think that I have ever seen. Next to Jujubes or the Kid.
Oh my gosh! My Jujubes.
I would walk over to the stack and turn it up for sensible in 72.
That's one of my favorite lines ever. I say that all
Ribbit,
the time.
ribbit. I'm a frog. I'm sorry that she did not win Snatch Game, but I am not sorry that Shea Coulee brought Flavor Flav to the game.
Oh my gosh, that was also so great.
So funny.
That was so great. Oh, we've got a technical question.
Oh, sweet Christ!
From Tim.
Yes, Tim, hi.
Do you watch yourself in the mirror or in the monitor when you're painting your face for your video?
Both, absolutely. So here's my mirror. It's right in front of me, just under the camera line, so I can look at it without, there's a bunch of things that end up happening when you do a makeup get ready with me or something, especially when you're new to it. This happens where you're like down here and all you get is the forehead, which unfortunately is my whole head. Or you get this. So I put my mirror down there, and I learned this from working in film. I always check a monitor. If I'm going on camera with a look, I always look at it on camera because these lights are so different. These lights, like you've seen people go down a runway and their face is covered in talcum powder because somebody didn't dust them off, but you can't see it naked eye, but the light reflects off the talc. Or Gina Davis, do you remember in that dress where once the lights hit it, it was completely see-through, but nobody noticed until she was on the runway.
Yeah, totally.
I am, first of all, where's your underwear? Where's your underwear? You're an adult in the world. Put on underwear, you crazy son of a. And then on top of that, I always do. So I have the monitor on. Normally, like right now, Candice is running. We're using StreamYard.
Yeah.
And Candice has it over there, and I can't really see how I look because that window's minimized. But she's. Oh yeah, see. Oh yeah, that's not good. But then. When I do it on my own, because I'm using a Brio, a Logitech Brio camera, I use the Brio hub. And so I look at the monitor there. And it just helps me because sometimes, like I'm looking at my face here and going, oh, that's a lot of makeup. And then I see the monitor and it's like, oh, it's not as much as I thought. Like it's actually a lot less. So I think it's best. Like if you're going on stage, it's different makeup. But for TV, I like to have the monitor on just so I can see what I'm doing. Just for poops and piddles. Of course, I also love looking at myself. I don't.
Oh, Spike. Yeah, have you heard that Priyanka is going to be one of the new hosts of HBO's We're Here?
Yeah, I was reading something about that. Are they getting rid of all of the hosts or just some of them?
All of them.
Oh, why is that?
A whole new lineup. You know what? I'm guessing contracts because Bob is like touring with Madonna now and stuff.
So he's asking for the Madonna money.
I'm guessing, but I think it's Sasha Velour is.
Sasha Velour
and Jade Essence Hall.
I think that's right. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm really curious to see like what that new cast.
I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of Sasha Velour. I'm not saying I don't dislike her. I don't. I quite like her. I think she's quite talented and quite a lovely person. Um, there's a little too much esoteric kumbaya quality in her rappings. Again, I don't judge that, but I find anybody who's a little too like, we have to hug the frogs. It's like maybe the frogs can hug themselves. Do you know what I mean? But I found her that season with her and Alexis Michelle and everybody was very, very like come to Jesus kumbaya in the workroom, and I just didn't enjoy that. But that all said, she's not only a fierce queen, but I think the nature of We're Here, I think Sasha Velour's energy and her compassion will be absolutely an asset to the show. I'm not saying that the other queens won't be like that as well, but there's just something about Sasha where whatever she's been through, whether it's the loss of her mother or living in Russia for 2 years and knowing what that's like, I feel that Sasha is somebody, if she gives you life advice, listen to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so,
totally.
so I'm excited for that. But at the same time, when they said Sasha Velour, I wasn't like, oh,
Right. Yeah, and there's sort of Durant saying that Sasha, Jada, and Priyanka should compliment one another nicely. Yeah, totally.
I'll tell you right now, knowing Priyanka as I do via Canadian television, I don't know her personally. I want to be very clear. I do know her to see her. Like, I don't know if she'd know my name, but we've been in the room together a few times, but that's neither here nor there. Priyanka's had a very successful career in children's television here in Canada before she did drag. And the only thing I worry about, although I think Priyanka has an excellent TV presence, I thought her best moments on Drag Race, on Canada's Drag Race, was her confessionals. Everything else she did was mediocre. Even her drag was mediocre. But that time she spent talking to whoever was there off camera,
Right.
all that was excellent television. And she did an excellent job. And so I feel like she'll be good on camera, but I wonder if she'll take a lot of the energy out of the room. That said, I thought that about Shangela. I thought Shangela might be too big for the room with some of these real people, and she wasn't at all. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm excited to see one of Canada's queens getting on TV. I think I don't know of anyone who wants it more.
Right.
Bless her. And I don't think anyone's worked harder to get it, so I don't think anyone deserves it more either.
Oh, that's wonderful. I just want to say hello to a few people out there. Like, some people are dropping their locations. I always love that. So we've got Andrew who's watching from Leeds.
Oh, Leeds! Hello, Leeds.
Luby Lou is watching from Wales.
Yes, Luby Lou, my Wales girl.
We've got Hampshire, UK. I love that.
All of my UK people. I love the UK. Anyway, I just do. But I'm also just chuffed that I have so many people from the UK who like to watch.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because I really do love Britain. I love Britain. For all the troubles, every place in the world has troubles.
Right.
Nowhere is perfect. But if I have to put up with crap, I could do it in England. I mean, when you talk to people in England, there's a lot more crap going on there than you think.
Yeah.
But for me, for my crap, I'm okay.
I love this. Oh, awesome. A few more locations. Judith from L'Original, Ontario.
Oh, fabulous. Canadian. Yay.
Woo, yay. Durant from Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind comes. Did you ever do that musical in school?
I didn't.
Oh, I did. Oh.
Martha Anastasia from Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan. Hey, in the house. Hey.
My school did not do musicals.
Oh.
No, but what we did? We did do. There's this play called The Matchmaker that Hello Dolly was based on.
Yeah.
So we did do The Matchmaker. I was the Matchmaker.
Yeah. That's an old play.
It is. Mr. Vandergelder. Yeah, I just had to say.
Oh, what's his name? The head waiter of Harmonia Gardens. I can't think of his name now.
Oh my god.
I had a line. I had to dance with Dolly, and the hard thing was, Dolly and I were on stage together. This is high school. My best friend Roxanne was in the chorus with me. We were rehearsing one day at the front of the auditorium. Like, so we had this auditorium in our school,
right.
And you come in the auditorium and then down into the seats and then the stage. So at the top there, where you come into the auditorium, we were rehearsing, and I lifted Roxanne up and shoved her right through the suspended ceiling. Terrible. But we were on stage, so Dolly and I, we were doing this thing where we were doing la 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 la, and then shuffle, like sidestep. And she had this long skirt on. Every time we went to sidestep, I stepped on her skirt, and then she'd walk out of it. It was awful. Every rehearsal was just
so
this.
Amazing. I'm gonna add myself to the stream for 1 second, just to be.
Yeah.
David,
there you go. There you go.
He feels boring for being from Toronto, and I just want to say, as a person who was bred and born in Toronto, I love being from here.
Yeah, me too.
I love being from Toronto. But I'm not going to tell you that you can't feel how you feel. I would just like to get to the bottom of why you're feeling that way, so we could lift you out of that place. Because being from here is really rad.
Yeah, I was born. Here's the thing: Candice and I were born on the same day and grew up 2 streets away from each other.
Did. And
never met until our comedy years.
Yeah, totally.
30 years we didn't know each other. And now I can't get her out of my house.
I just bring a tiny amount of luggage here. So why?
Jesus Christ, it's a bachelor. It's a bachelor. There's no room for luggage. If it doesn't convert into a coffee table, there's no room.
Oh man. Oh wow. So
yes.
Speaking of things that are going on, you know what I actually wanted me to do? I'm gonna take this opportunity just to throw
everybody boobs
up there. I'm gonna practice my banner skills. Here's support the Fingerdoo review.
Oh.
In the description box below.
Yes, for my tipper dues or to get some Wilma merch or to join us on Patreon. We're doing a live tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, here's where we are on Instagram if you want to find us there. So
yes, Candice and I on Instagram. Have you done anything with X yet?
You know what? Ever since Elon Musk bought Twitter, it kind of went dormant. I just walked away from it. I didn't make an announcement of any kind. I'm like, this is not an airport. I don't have to announce my departure. No. So I just abandoned it. I abandoned Twitter basically. So I don't know what the hell is going on over there, and nor do I.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not on Threads. I don't care.
I did download Threads.
Did you?
Yeah, but I'm not doing a lot with it. So yeah, that's actually a pretty good question. Like, what are people? Did you download Threads? What do you think about everything that's going on with this whole Twitter hubbub?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, have you seen any queens do anything really interesting on either Threads or something like that?
I barely can keep up with Instagram, and I refuse to join TikTok.
Yeah, I can join TikTok. I was like, is that TikTok for me? I don't know.
I have an account. I remember opening one because I wanted to see something else.
Right.
And right away, the app started barking at me. Like, not barking, but there was just all of a sudden all this noise and loudness, and I couldn't turn it off, so I just closed it.
Oh my gosh, I just want to throw up some great comments right now. First, I want to say hello, Ruby from Chicago, and thank you so much for your tipper due.
Thanks, Ruby.
Oh my gosh. And I want to say also, Andrew, thanks for this. When Elon took over, I canceled my Twitter. I'm basically the same. Like, I just abandoned it. I was like, I didn't even touch it again enough to cancel it. I'm like, I'm walking away.
Yeah, I haven't even been on it since my icon on my desktop changed.
Yeah, totally. Same. Lady Jenny's here. Good evening.
Jesus Christ, Lady Jenny. Hi. I thought you were dead in a ditch or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we got a lot of people who just left Twitter. Silver left Twitter. YL left Twitter. Durant, never that active on Twitter, but knew Elon was. Yeah, I mean, that's a major mythology with him being some kind of super genius when really he was just rich. He's just rich.
Well, he lucked out with PayPal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad he developed PayPal.
Yeah, you know. I can't, I'm not mad at PayPal per se. Woo!
But some of these people who get to a point where nobody can tell them no, that's the
Yeah.
problem. Like, you know, I even think of people like Madonna and that where people say, don't say no to them. No, I'm not going to put those 12 units of filler in your face.
Right.
I was looking at Madonna, her Dress You Up in My Love video, which is my favorite video because it's at the beginning of her career. It's her live on stage, singing and dancing. Not well, you know, just singing and dancing, you know,
Right.
with a couple of backup dancers. And I just think, like, the precociousness of her. Like, she went from having one hit song in the clubs to touring concerts.
Yeah.
Like, literally. And to see her on stage, like, and she's singing live. Is she the best singer in the world? No, but best singers in the world don't do concerts like that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Do I think she's a good singer? I do. I do think she's a good singer. She certainly isn't off key. And that stuff in the early stages of her career was all live.
You know, and just before the live started, you know, speaking of singers, we were both just talking. I don't know if anyone else had any feelings about it, but the fact that Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, Sinead O'Connor. God damn it.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy for us as viewers to see some young woman tearing up a picture of the Pope on Saturday Night Live and having an opinion of what we've seen. But until you understand why she did it, where it came from, and that a lot of what she was writing about and singing about was all that, it really had to have been a hard career for her. You know, you can see why she didn't court fame. It was constantly probably dredging up a lot of her issues.
Oh, I would think so. Like that's absolutely true. Yeah, totally. Yeah, you know, and she took a lot of heat from a lot of people that you wouldn't necessarily expect. Like it was definitely one of those things. Like looking back on it, it's almost like, you know, you hear about people you think are really cool, but then when something happens, I'm almost the first thing that came to my mind is when I think about like Cher and Chaz. And I remember
why aren't you on the screen if you're talking? Come on, let people see you. Let people see you. God damn it.
Well, and I was just thinking about how with Cher,
yeah,
that I remember when she first heard about when Chaz was coming out, she was like, I was very un-Cher. Right? In that beginning moment, it took Cher a time to.
Well, keep in mind, she was very mom Cher.
Absolutely. Right?
The thing I just have to say is I love that Cher did not respond well. Both times, because Chastity came out, well, Chaz came out as a lesbian first and then as a transgender man. And Cher failed on both counts.
Right.
And yet is still a great mom. And proves to the people you can have a bad reaction. It doesn't identify you as a person. It just punctuates a moment. That's
yeah,
all.
Absolutely. Right.
But yeah, poor Sinead.
Leon, hi everyone. Just home from hospital. Hope you're all well and getting great Wilma time. Hey Leon.
Hey Leon.
Back out of the hospital. Oh, someone earlier, and I didn't post it, was asking whether my floors were done.
Yes, my floors got done a week after the fact. It was really weird. I felt like the management at the building here that I live in was not. The guy that kind of is the building manager was saying one thing to the guys that were doing the work and one thing to me. Like one thing that he did, and I caught him in this lie, and I made a point of saying to him, no. But he said, oh, he came home early to the workers. And I said, no, I was always coming back this day. In fact, I remember saying to you, I am coming back this day. I have nowhere else to go. So please let me know if I need to not be here. Like if there's no floor, like I can't just be sitting in the hall of my building or something. Coming home from the hospital. And he was like, yes, that's fine, no problem. And I even said, if there is a problem, just let me know so I can figure it out, And there was no figuring of anything out. Oh, there, that looks pretty good. I always spray my face at different intervals, but I like to do it after I've done my eyebrows. I like to do it after I've done like certain stages of my eyes. I just realized here this is not ombre enough for me.
For you.
I have to say, I really do like Blend Bunny, but I also need to say, I don't know what the hype is about. No offense to Blend Bunny. I'm not trying to disparage a company or their work, but for me, I just find it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not. There's some makeup that you can. This is crap. You know what I mean? It's scratchy. It doesn't go on well. And there's some makeup you touch. It's like I've never shopped at Charlotte Tilbury product.
Right.
But I'm sure it's like having babies rub your feet. I don't know. I said babies, and I hate babies, and I can't finish.
We're scouting with the babies.
Find those babies.
Well, you know what? Here you go. So I guess that's something. Maybe that's a question to ask people. Like, are there cosmetics or anything that you use or you tried or some brand and it just did not live to the hype? Right. So I will lead off. It's so funny that you mentioned Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah.
So, like, I think at some point someone gave me like a Sephora gift card, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go in for. I think there's some lipstick. I think it's called Pillow Talk or something, and that's like supposed to be the Charlotte Tilbury universal
Moment.
Looks good on everyone, and Richard, it did not, and it was not that great, and I just did not understand what the hype was. And I was kind of glad it was like a tester size. I'm like, I'm really glad I did not buy a full size of it. Yeah. So it was just sat there and done nothing.
I have the most hooded eyes in the world. There, I've said it. I raise my eyes up and they look one way, and I relax my face, and it's a totally different face. So when I do my cat eye eyeliner, this is what I have to do. I have to kind of like somebody just said, oh, we're going to go to a Mozart concerto in the dark. I'd be like, once I get that face, then I can start drawing on it.
Spike, thank you for the tip or two. Glad you're back. You are so kind and funny. Thanks, Spike.
Thanks, Spike.
Okay, Durant says Tilbury has lovely products, but not 100% sold in the foundation. Great color match, but not as long lasting as I would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been.
You know, the problem, this is the problem with makeup. For daywalkers, you want something like Charlotte Tilbury, where it's a neutral, it's a nice little wash,
right.
It's not going to stain your face or your clothes. Maybe after lunch you pop to the loo and touch up, and and you're done. That's fine. But some people aren't that person. I'm certainly not. I can't just do a one and done look.
Oh, well, Wilma, let me just say this. We've got some news here. Lady Jenny just getting over her third bout of COVID.
Who is she kissing? Ask her who she's kissing.
Who are you kissing,
Jenny?
Third week, she's still got a pattern. Well, we're glad you're over the worst of it, but honestly, I hope you feel better really quickly.
Yeah, Lady Jenny, what the hell?
Oh my goodness.
It's like you don't want to be friends or something.
Woo!
Hillary,
I don't know if that's right. Oh, boo! This is the boo boo. Nick's Wonder Sticks. Boo.
oh, which are the Wonder Sticks? I don't know what they are.
I'm not sure. I think Wonder Sticks is perhaps a eyebrow product.
Oh.
I think.
Because I have that NYX crayon that's like the big white crayon or the big.
Yeah, the milk.
I
one.
love those.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do love that as well. Oh, I love what you're doing with your
oh, thank you. You know what? It's so funny that Hillary Yaz is here. I was talking to her online the other day, and I really liked what she'd done with her makeup. And I used to do this a while back, but I stopped because I started doing different other things. But like a full black lid, because this is where all of this unnecessary skin of mine goes to hide. And then what I'm going to do after is I'll put something on top of it. But yeah, you see how it's not so heavy and dark?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, Hillary Yas is letting us know that it's actually a contour product, that it's also poop.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So there you are.
Hillary Yaz.
Giving us
Keeping it real and
Yeah.
green since, well, who cares?
Dixie is once again living for your eyebrows.
Dixie, aren't they great? Aren't they great, Dix? One of the things I love doing is I don't know why, I only use 3 colors on these. Well, no, that's not true. I used 4 because I ombrayed it out a little. But yeah, I love, I'm sorry, but this is why I love the Primal Pack, is because the black and the white in it are so huge. Like you're never going to run out of them. And it's a good black too.
Oh, amazing. Ooh. Clinique skincare is amazing, but I found their makeup to be utter fun. The mascara flaked all over my face for 2 hours.
At that price too.
Yeah, you know what I will say is I've got like one Clinique lipstick that I like, and I've got one Clinique blush that I like, but they are very mild. They're very day walker. It's very day walker brands, to use Wilma's parlance.
Yeah, because some of these makeups don't need to be megawatt.
Yeah.
You know, like see from space colors or shimmers or any of that. Like I love, there's a Bella Beauty bar on Instagram. They have some of the stuff that they do on there are so simple, but like they'll do a photo of the look, and sometimes they do like a little fast video of them.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's it. Are they on Instagram?
I'll look, but just give me 1 second.
I think it's Bella. But I love watching people put makeup on, and one of the things that I really do enjoy is seeing how people use neutral tones. And like my favorite thing to watch is somebody to take like a neutral palette, browns and beiges, and then recreate a new eye shape with it. Very simple. They take like a little chiseled liner brush and give a little eyeliner. Mind you, it's a 20-year-old face whose skin doesn't move. But I just love watching that. I think that's just so fascinating. And it really does help me develop my brush techniques and my one thing I've reluctantly and I've just accepted is that I'm a liquid liner person. I can't use liquid. I can't use pens. I can't use pencils. I find liquid liner gives me the best coverage.
What about a gel liner?
I have one. I actually, you know what? Rude Cosmetics was having a sale, and I bought a couple of things from Rude, and one of them was a gel liner. And I tried to use it the other day for the first time without really knowing how to use it, and it didn't go on very dark. Like there was no opacity. It almost seemed. And that's the problem with putting on makeup, which is why I think I have to go liquid,
Mm.
is that these liners don't show up. Do you know what I mean? Like when I use my Epic pen for mix, it tends to leak on my face. I get bleeding, which I hate.
So if I were to just pivot in another direction, Durant is saying, I don't understand contour at all. I'm too lazy to even find a good YouTube video to teach me. Who would you say would be your? Do you have a go-to inspiration for contour?
Um, oh my goodness. You know, I always say, first of all, I always say if you're going to do something, follow somebody's makeup tips. Follow somebody whose face is the same shape as yours. So I like to follow the fat girls, and they don't do a lot of contour, really. What they do mostly is the chin line. So let me just show you. So this is a great example. You can use anything for contour as long as it's dark. I also use, this is my MAC brush. Misconception gave me. This is my most expensive brush. I'm assuming. But it's a MAC brush. This is the first makeup brush I ever had was this. So I use Juvia's Place bronzer, but the deepest dark. And that's why. Look at how dark those are. So this gorgeous warm brown, I'm doing this a little earlier than I would normally on my face. I would do this a little later, but just to show you. So bronzer and contour are two different things. Bronzer, which is what this is, warms up your face. So I like to put this here and do a circle, but I'm trying to get it mostly up here where the sun would hit. And do you see how that?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, do you see the difference?
Yeah, totally.
And that's all. I just put it up there. I don't want any of that coming into my. I don't want brown in my face.
Right.
I don't want it in my face. But I just do like a couple of dabs, and again, circles. So I'm circling up. I'm trying to get most of this product up here.
Right.
And this is buildable too, so you can really. So there's that. Warms up the face. I also like to take this one here and go across here because this is the upper part of my forehead. So I feel like this kind of color would hit me here too. And I might just at the end here. Then the darker one, here's where the contour comes in. So look at my face, fairly squat. I take this and pinch it so I get a line. But then I'm just going to try and follow here. And I'm curving it up. I'm trying to create that pocket back here. You see now the depth?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what contour does.
Right. Okay.
And you don't, again, you can go crazy with this so quickly. So what I do is I put that bit on there. I'll take the brush again, no new product. I'm just trying to get this product off.
Right.
So I'm putting it in here, but it's not as dark as here.
Yeah.
And now with this, again, just brushing it up. I don't want it in my face. But I will, again, pinched. Just fade it out this way, just a little bit. Because I can let the blush do all that. So now this cheek isn't as contoured. Do you see?
Yeah, yeah.
So now I just tap it back in just a little, just a little. And this is a prime example of how you can use any makeup to do anything. You can use an eyeshadow as a highlighter. You can use eyeshadow as lipstick. You can use highlighter as eyeshadow. Like you know what I mean? It's all going on your face. Where it goes and what it does is up to you almost every time. Do you see how that's starting to develop that cheek?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. So that's what contour does. It's hard because it's one of those things where you just have to find the right way to do it for you.
I love this comment from Hilarious. Cut that cheek. Use your old bank statements for a straight edge.
You know what I use? Hold on, Hillary. I'll tell you what I use. Oh, I have them here somewhere. I saved them on purpose. I have those plastic sheets off the pallets.
Yeah.
Use that. Yeah. But what she's talking about is taking a line like this, and then you brush, you get a hard line. Trixie Mattel's cheap. That's where that comes from. Just to give you an example.
That's amazing.
And I'm just using 2 colors. I'm not trying to recreate anything. Something else I like to do here with contour is just, again, just back here, not too far forward, but I like to kind of get that bone that's supposed to, allegedly, and then I come down my neck here. So what that should do on this side of my face is give me more of a chin and more of a neck as opposed to there.
Right.
And what we're just doing is we're trying to manipulate the light that's coming at us while we're standing here looking at a camera. So this is why, like, I don't like to go too crazy. Some people really like to cut a cheek or cut their chin line. Like if you want, like sometimes Ginger Minge on the side view, or Kimchi as well, they have this one triangle of white, which is their jaw, and then this weird brown shape underneath.
Right.
And it's just to create that chin line. Well, I don't have a chin, I'm fat. I'm not trying to pretend. I'm not trying to tell you something that isn't true. So I just try to shadow as much as I can. Like if I could shadow a bit back here, then with the wig on, what that does is it actually does create that shadow, that wrapping shadow.
Yeah.
And it gives me the illusion of a neck more so than you keep laughing, see what happens.
And just, you know what? Here's how, check this reference out. Remember back when Billy Crystal would do Fernando Lama?
Yes.
And he would be like,
You're
better
marvelous.
He was like, it's better to look
Good than to feel good.
I was thinking to myself, it's better to look like you have a neck than having a neck.
Yeah. Well, A, I look like I have a neck, and B, I'm a pie.
I mean, a neck and pie? Who thought anyone could achieve that lifestyle?
How can you be miserable when you've got neck pie in your future?
Right? Oh my God. Hello, John. John is just glad to see you healthy and happy. That's wonderful.
As my nose runs all over the place.
Oh my goodness. Durant is saying thanks for the on-the-fly tutorial.
Durant, it is my absolute pleasure. If you are not a Patreoner, and why aren't you? You can always email me, Wilma Fingerdoo, SRSLY. I didn't give you this for a banner. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Wilma Fingerdoo, SRSLY. Seriously, with no vowels. Wilma Fingerdoo Circler @gmail.com. And you can email me if you ever have a question. How do you do? I do have a couple of tutorials. I have a tutorial online where I make eyelashes out of paper. Halloween ones, so they were very, very vivid. I also have a tutorial where I contour my nose. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about was nose contour. So I'm going to take this again. I love to take one of these. This is a thin smudger. Very, very thin. I like.
You're a thin smudger.
You better watch your lip. You watch your lip. Here's one of my favorite brushes. This is an angled brush, but it's very thin. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to be an influencer for 5 seconds. But it's a very thin brush. This is great for contour. I'm going to also show you this brush. This is a brush that Alaska uses. This is a great brush for contour. Just give me 5 seconds to find it. So this is a Morphe brush. I wanted to say I don't dislike Morphe brushes. I just don't have a lot of them. I've had a few of them shed bristles, so I don't bother anymore. But this Morphe brush, it's this little one, is the Morphe M458. You see this? Look how narrow. Alaska uses this. She'll take this and go into a contour. I'm just at the risk of ruining my own makeup. And then she'll just take this here. Yeah, and then she has her contour line. Just like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I guess buff it out.
Yeah, you have to buff it in. But what I like to do though is I take this angled brush and the darker of the two, and starting just here at the nose point, I like to draw a hard line right down to like where the ball of my nose would be. So this is just another contouring thing. And again, what you're doing is you're shadowing what you don't want people to look at and letting the stuff you do want them to see stand out in the light. So for this, you're literally blacking out the sides of your nose. But here's the trick to nose contouring. Okay. I'm just going to take a clean, fluffy brush and just bringing this down my nose like this. See how it's making my nose very brown?
Yeah.
So now this is the problem. There was a period there where drag queens were all doing this kind of contour on the nose. And it just made for a very dark brown. Now, I'm actually at a point right now where I can do this. So I take a concealer after I've gotten to this point, and I'm using Juvia's Place because I don't have other concealer. And so this is their number 24. It's their lightest one. I'm almost done this. I'm so excited. So this concealer I put on under the eye, out to here, and then right into the straight of my nose. Same with the other side. I feel stupid telling you how I'm not telling you how to do this. I'm telling you how I do this. I hope that's good because I don't feel like I should be telling anybody how to do it.
Oh, well, you know what? Richard, that's actually good. Dixie had a question, and she was wondering if you were self-taught with
Yes.
your makeup skills.
Absolutely. Well, yes, but self-taught from YouTube. I always say YouTube is my drag mother because everything I learned off of YouTube. This is a P. Louise sponge. It's a very weird shape. I got this in a beauty box. So, all right. So we've done the outer side of the eye, snatched it out. We look good. Here's what we do with the contour on the nose. This has to all come up the nose. This is why I'm using this flat side of this sponge. I'm literally going to bring this right up the side of my nose, almost to the line. But do you see how this is now taking a lot of the brown out of my nose?
Yeah.
But look how straight my nose looks.
Yeah.
So you want to bring that lightness up the side because that's what you would have anyway. I really do think that it's important if you're doing makeup, whether you're a drag makeup or a wedding makeup artist or whatever, to have a study of Renaissance paintings because that's faces and paint. And they are creating shapes out of nothing on these faces. And it's stunning. It's absolutely the most stunning thing. And I've learned more about like how to contour the ball at the end of my nose, looking at a Leonardo da Vinci painting, than I have looking at a drag queen. So I do think that there are definite references that are good, but I don't think you need to limit yourself.
It's so funny. Hilarious is saying that if YouTube is your drag mother, then YouTube is their grandmother.
Oh no!
Great grandmother.
Oh no! I believe it, Hale.
And you know what? Before I throw one more question up, I have a question for you.
You do not.
I do.
It's very, very taking advantage of this situation.
And it's this, did you want to do snacks tastings before you do your lips or after you do your
Oh, maybe
lips?
before. I was going to put the whole thing on and then do it. Do you
I'm
think we need?
happy to do either way. I just thought we're at the 1 hour 20 minute mark, so I just wanted to check in because I wanted to check in around the 1:30 mark
Right.
just to see what you were thinking.
Yeah. Let me just get.
Yeah, do your thing, and so just give me the signal. And then in the meanwhile, Uncertain Voyage, I think, has a great question while you do this. And the question is, does the shape type of the sponge matter when applying makeup?
I think so, but I think it only matters to you. It's what you like to use. So most sponges are like that, but then some of them have that flat. I love that flat edge. That flat edge. What I like to do is get that on the bottom of my cheek, so it's all up, and I come along this way, so it doesn't bring any of that brown down. So I like that hard line. This I like because I can literally get in there with um, uh, like straight lines in there. But my favorite sponge for detail is the little egg. I just love how easy this is. And I'm ombreing my eyes out, so I like to just bring some of that onto the eyebrow area. You see how that gives me like the look like I have a highlight here, like a light's on my face?
Steph had to go. Bye, Steph.
Bye, Steph. And now I just want to. All right. So I'm excited.
Oh, thanks, Doreen, for the tip review.
Thanks so much, you guys. All right, I'm just going to put some NYX glitter glue just on my lids here. I don't know if I need this, but I've not used Blend Bunny this way before. I'm just putting this over the black on my lid here.
I mean, I know you're doing your eyes right now, but man, do I really love how your nose contour looks right now.
Yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that well? And you see, like, I don't have a brown nose.
No.
And a lot of queens have that brown, like brown triangle in the middle of their face. Oh, what was I just doing that I did that? Oh, yes, I know what I'm doing. I had this moment where it's like, what was I doing? Yeah, nose contour is hard. You have to commit to it. It takes a lot of finagling, but once you get it down for you,
Right. No fear.
no problem. Yeah. Same like eyebrows. I don't know why. I don't need to do that
Right.
point thing. I just know where I want it.
Right.
I think that's the case with a lot of people with a lot of things. Hmm. I'm sorry, I have to do this blue. It's just too gorgeous not to do it.
You have to. You have to. So, was there on YouTube a particular drag queen that you did watch? I mean, I know you said some of the bigger queens, but who would that be? Like, name a couple that you really like.
Well, the ones that I watched a lot in the beginning, because they were big girls, but also because I think they're beautiful. Delta Work had a couple of videos up. She's got such spectacular bone structure. It's ridiculous. And Ginger Minge, Nikki Tutorial.
Right.
Also, there's a bunch of people out there that do makeup that aren't necessarily drag queens or makeup artists. They just do it. And so there are some really interesting Instagram accounts that I follow. But again, I can't even tell you names. I kind of start following them, but I don't pay attention unless it's an actual person's. Sometimes it's just I'm following like a hashtag.
Right. Oh, some some people are talking about nose contour, and it's bringing up Remember Magnolia Crawford.
Yes, that's Swordfish. Nose of hers.
Exactly, Swordfish.
See, here's another example. This happened on the first episode of Drag Race Down Under, and it happened with Magnolia Crawford. She got told that her contour was too severe, and then she got kicked off. I get that that's what she wants her nose to look like. I get that she's developed a look over the years, but you're in a contest situation right now.
Right.
And the contest situation isn't about necessarily individuality. It's about winning. And so I felt like she kind of cut her nose off to spite her face, pardon the pun. But there was a girl on Drag Race Down Under this week who she was all right. She right out of the gate, she was kind of one of those queens where it's like, this is going to come down on you hard and you're going to be embarrassed. And then it did. And what happened was, she thought she was all this and a bag of chips in this really poor man's excuse for a Vivienne Westwood dress. Like, it had all the right things, plaids and odd shapes and a handkerchief hem, but it looked like something from Party City, not from Vivienne Westwood. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just didn't look couture. And then on top of that, she wasn't wearing a bra and it was strapless. And every time she raised her hands, you saw nipple. And every time you saw nipple, they cut to Rue's face. And Rue just had that stoic look on. And they even cut to a couple of the other queens because it happened a couple of other times in another outfit. And so she got kind of red for it at the judgment. And she immediately started crying. And she was so embarrassed by herself. And it's like, that's because you're a bitch.
Now, I'm not sure that's who Lady Jenny is referring to, but Lady Jenny is saying, ooh, she had the biggest stink face of all.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm picking up the wrong thing, but I'm guessing.
No, that was Ashley Madison was her name.
Ah.
And the fact that that's the name that she chose also makes me kind of go, you're choosing a name based on a cheater's website?
Right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah. So I guess there's some queens, some people are talking about some queens on Amazing Race Canada.
No.
Yeah, let me find it. Oh, David is saying any Canadians watching Amazing Race Canada with Starzy and Kimura Amour.
No.
So I wasn't aware of it.
I wonder if they entered or if they're paid to do it.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. But I always like Starzy.
I don't know who that is. I can't remember who it is.
Oh, okay.
Starzy?
Yeah.
Is she drag queen?
Yeah, I think so. I think, is it short for Anastasia or something? Like, I think.
Oh, Anastasia from.
And I remember saying.
Are they both from Canada's Drag Race?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's fun.
You can all read me in the comments for mine. Yeah, Anastasia, and yeah, thank you, Valeria. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Anastasia, yeah.
Enough way. Thank you, Valeria, for putting me on the right path.
Oh, I liked her. I thought she was great.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Anastasia was so creative.
Look at this yellow.
And gorge. Look at the yellow. Ooh.
So sparkly.
I love that. I love that color combination.
It's so funny. It's not what I was going to do.
Oh, interesting.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, I love purple so much. Hilary is saying she thinks that they entered Canada's Amazing Race Canada on their own.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm impressed then. Then I'm extra impressed. I like that they were probably sitting there in the office going through application going, who's this? What's happening?
So there's some people in the comments talking about Ben Nye. Do you use any Ben Nye products?
I used to, but I couldn't find a reliable place to get them. The last Ben Nye I used was off. Like I remember opening it and it was a paint stick and it wouldn't blend. Like it just wouldn't go on my skin
Right.
and it smelled. And it was just this company on Yonge Street here, Theatrics. They're not a makeup company per se, but they're like a Halloween costume place. You know what I mean? So um, they've got rubber masks and they actually have good makeup in there. So they do have Krylon and Ben Nye. But because they're not makeup people, I don't think that their makeup is still good. I think it's all expired. And nobody there knows how to check it, or which is too bad because a lot of people buying that kind of makeup don't know how to check it either. All right, I need to pee.
All right.
So why don't you put yourself on camera and talk?
All right, I can do that.
While I go and pee. There.
Yeah.
And then hit something. Down.
Oh, okay. All right. So you probably now you're all hearing me on. Okay, Leon. All right, we're gonna hold on to Fran Drescher talk because I'm so ready to talk about Fran. I'm so ready to talk about, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna cross the streams, as they say in Ghostbusters, with drag and union talk and all of that. I gotta tell you, I know I moved on from fillers, but I'm totally down with the actors' strike that's been going on, the writers' strike that's been going on. So thanks, Uncertain Voyage, for letting me know that sound is back. Much appreciated. Yeah, the sound was David. Yeah, we didn't realize before that it was just picking up on her mic. We thought we're good now. So thanks so much. So Fran Drescher, what have people been thinking? Of course, we love Fran Drescher. We love Fran Drescher. I would just really think that she's been representing things so well right now. I think, hearing her talk, she's been so inspiring. And I have to say, like, the particular moment when she mentioned Versailles, I think that was pretty great. What other things? Think about Kelsey D. Hi. Wilma's just off camera right now. So she dropped by to say hi, some hugs, some likes.
Having a pee.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna turn the camera away from there. I'm walking in and out of the bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't care. I just think it's boring to have an empty screen.
Oh no, you are right. You're totally correct. Okay. So, woohoo! Whoa, transformation. I'm gonna take myself.
So Fran Drescher, how impressive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I just love her anyway. But for her to be so astute and I think that she's the best person to come at these people because no one expects it from the nanny.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other thing too is I guess when she was running for the head of SAG, she narrowly defeated Matthew Modine.
Ooh. Really? He wanted to be the head of set?
Yeah, he did. And I always put Matthew Modine together with I think it was that song, the Vision Quest or whatever, like that Crazy Free song with
Yeah,
Madonna.
he was in that movie.
Yeah, with Linda Fiorentino.
Yeah.
Anyway, deep cut.
She was so good in Men in Black, the first one.
She was.
Those moments where she'd say those weird little things and then he'd zap her. Like, what did she say?
Yeah. She's so great. So great.
Yeah, I wonder why she doesn't work more. She's probably trouble. Spread it around, spread it around.
Well,
Fiorentino's trouble.
I feel like probably someone who's the real villain said she was trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's likely.
Somebody with a dry penis. Someone with a dry penis.
Exactly.
She's trouble, and my penis is dry.
Someone with a.
Normally I'm not so vivid.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about people. But yeah, I was so impressed with Fran Drescher. I just, I think like people forget, like she created her life.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was nobody coming up with a nanny but her. And then, yeah, I'm really impressed with that.
Stephanie's with us.
Hey, Stephanie. Oh, she's here. Hey, doll. How are you? I hope you're all right. She's late. You're late.
No, you did not miss the dry penis party.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I've just been so glad to see everyone out on the supporting the actors and supporting, because it's tough out there if you're on the ground level in the arts.
Yeah. I follow Nia Vardalos, and so of course she's on both strikes.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why, like right now, I know they banked a lot of stuff for Barbie before the strike. So you're seeing a lot of stuff that was out there right now in terms of promotion.
Yeah.
That was all recorded before the strike, but Greta Gerwig is still out there doing things because the directors union is the one that actually has an agreement, so she can go out there as a director. Oh my gosh, Wilma, I love this look. Talk to me about what you're doing right now.
Well, right now I'm trying to do my under eyes, and see how it goes. So I just used black eyeliner, and instead of setting it with black, I'm going to try and go in with. I'm just going in with this blue because I just think it's so beautiful. Underneath it to kind of buff it out. I used to be so afraid of putting this line on my face because I feel like it's too low. Like when I look here, it's too low, it's too big, it's too weird. And then you look on camera, and that's why I always look on camera. But it's like, yeah, that's all right. But you also start to get used to certain things, like looking a certain way, or, like you just know what shapes you're looking for.
Right, totally. Do you find it easy or challenging to do other people's makeup?
Oh, so let me talk about that, shall I?
Yeah.
I love putting makeup on people. I don't know why. Here's the thing. Maxine Cassidy is probably not listening right now, but Maxine Cassidy is one of my oldest, dearest friends. She worked in a health food store next to the store I worked in with Keanu Reeves. And I've known her forever. And for some reason or another, every time she started dating some new guy, she always dated these nerds, like, no offense, but like mullet, Scarborough jeans, t-shirts, that kind of thing. And that's fine. But every time she started dating one, because Maxine was more new wave, like she had a short haircut, and I used to make a lot of her clothes. So she was just very off the beaten path type of person. And every time she had a new boyfriend, she ended up making me cut their hair.
Oh my gosh.
Which I always thought was so funny because I'm not a hairdresser. But I would always cut their hair and it always looked good. Like it always looked good. It was ridiculous. So one day I remember Maxine was getting married. and her best friend, her maid of honor, Leslie.
Okay, Leslie, I'm so
Sorry,
excited.
I'm doing eyeliner. I'm doing eyeliner. Don't talk to me. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. So I'm in my mom's house, which is just down the street from Maxine's place. And a car pulls up in the driveway, and I look out, and it's Maxine, and Leslie's in the front seat, crying, crying.
Oh.
And I'm like, Maxine comes running out of her car. She looks great. Keep in mind, it's her wedding day, Maxine's wedding day.
Right.
Her maid of honor had the worst haircut or hair job. I don't know, but she looked awful. Like even when she was sitting there with her hair, I was like, oh, you know, I just knew it was like, ooh, you know, the Demi Moore haircut in Friends.
Right.
Worse than that. Worse than that. She was just distraught. There was no consoling her. So Maxine said, "You have to help me." And so we literally went back to Maxine's house. I went into the bathroom and I cut her hair. And I styled it. She looks so good. And I don't know why, but I guess I've never said to myself, oh, you can't do that. But I've spent all this time sitting there getting my hair cut. Keep in mind, I had long hair. I had all sorts of haircuts. I didn't just have a buzz cut all the time, but I had all sorts of haircuts. And you're sitting there. I was watching these people cut my hair. I'm fascinated with holding on to like scissors, and it's a real production. And I guess I picked it up also with makeup. I don't know, like a lot of the stuff that I've learned on YouTube is all technical, but I also went to art school, so there's a level for me of this where I'm just not afraid to use the brush, or you know what I mean. Like there's no, like when I started showing Wilhelmina how to do makeup, she's not artistic. So even holding a brush was hard out of the gate for her. But we got there. And it's the same, I think, with all of this. So one of the things I'm doing coming up, you know how I've been doing chin wags?
Yeah.
Well, I want to do a new thing. And it kind of got born out of something I did a while back. I put Jorge into makeup, Ryan Russell.
Right.
And it wasn't very successful because the lighting was bad. I didn't have all of my equipment. It just didn't go well. No offense to anybody. So I'm going to redo it. But I've been talking to people, comedians especially in Toronto, who they're not drag queens. They don't do drag. They're not drag people. But I thought it would be fun to put them in drag. And so while I'm doing that, I interview them. So the first person that I'm going to be doing is on August 3rd. And I'm sure that the video will be up fairly quickly after that. But it's a friend, you know him, Hunter Collins here in Toronto.
Yeah.
Fantastic comedian. He also has a film. So I'm going to be talking to him about that while I put his makeup on. And that's kind of where I'm at with like, I wanted to do the makeup thing more. And I really do enjoy on Drag Race that challenge where they do put makeup on people. You know, the makeover challenge. I love that. I think that's so great. And I love watching people. I knew this would happen. I have too many brushes out now. I don't know what I used last.
Too many brushes.
Too many brushes. But anyway, so I'm going to be doing that for Hunter. Hunter has a beard and a mustache, so I'm going to be doing more of a Layla McQueen look on him than a typical drag. But I also have like our friend Allison Dorr. She has a record label. She's been producing a lot of albums for comedians.
Yeah, Howlin' Roar Records.
Yeah, I want to do her. I also I was talking to Carla Collins today.
Oh, nice.
She's a friend of mine. She's a minor celebrity Canadian comedian, but the thing is, she went to the States and kind of like just turned her back on her career in Canada to start a career as a comedian in the States. She's doing so well.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my brush with fame with Layla McQueen?
Yours?
Yes.
Oh, Layla McQueen, yes.
So I think it was like literally the year after Layla had been on Drag Race, and I, along with my partner, like convinced him for us to go to LA for DragCon.
Oh yeah.
And part of the going to LA for DragCon was then I also made up a list of all of the specialty makeup stores I wanted to go to in LA. Right. So there's this one specialty makeup shop like that is in California, and it's called Namie's, and there's just like certain brands.
Namie's is in Eisenhower?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, not Mamie, like an M, but an N, like Nando.
Oh, Namie's.
Yeah, or yeah, Namie.
Namie. Oh,
Namie, yeah.
Okay.
So I went there, and I just so happened like I'm like going through some whatever makeup brand, and I look up, and on the other side, it's Layla McQueen.
Oh, what did you say to her?
Out of drag, because and I'm sure it's there, like
yeah,
to buy.
Doing her thing. Yep.
And I just like looked up and just said,
"How sweet!"
And then Layla was like, "You too." I'm like, I'm happy. It walked away. It was just so exciting. So that made me really
That's lovely. You know, I was at. You know, I'll tell you something. When I was a kid, I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be in movies. I wanted to be famous. I wanted people screaming my names. And as I got older, I didn't want that as much, but I liked the work that fame entailed. And I kept at it. And so now, like when people say, "Oh, well, I saw your show the other day," and I'm like, "What show?" Maybe it was a stand-up show I did. Maybe it was a stand-up special that was on TV. Maybe it was Knock Knock Ghost. Like, I don't know, but also I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm busy. Like right now, when I'm working on Knock Knock Ghost, I'm working on Knock Knock Ghost. When I'm not working on Knock Knock Ghost, I don't remember a thing.
Right.
Because it's also very on the fly, you know, very fast, and it's done all of a sudden before it's done. But with I was at a store. So here's what happens sometimes when you're mildly famous, maybe locally famous or something. A lot of people go, "Oh, hey, hi."
Right.
And I'm like so bad with names, or when I've last met somebody, especially if it's casual. Like if I've met you casually, it usually will mean more to that person than it does to you. Do you know what I mean? Because they're thrilled to see you. So they'll remember it longer. You're like, maybe that's 4 or 5 times a day happening to you. And I don't mean to be glib about it, but you know, it's different. So with no, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, you would think we were talking about doing shows and comedians.
Oh,
and
so
stuff like that.
here I am in the village at a grocery store. It's a little fruit market. Shut your face. And I'm just squeezing my peaches, and all of a sudden I hear out of the corner of my ear, "So sorry." When I turned, it was this like 20, maybe 19, I don't know, this young, sweet boy child. I'm assuming, like he was very clearly part of the community. And he looked at me and said, "I recognize your tattoos. Can I have a hug?" And I was like, "Yes," like not thinking anything, but like that's my favorite thing. Those moments, because you forget. We all have this. We all allow people into our homes, whether it's TV shows, newscasters, movies, whatever. Those people come into our homes and we start to put them into our lives. And whether we obsess like some people or they're just there, they're still part of our lives. They're in our heads. They're part of it. Maybe we watched enough of their movies now. We might even quote them, whatever. And then you reach that point where maybe you meet them in their house. Or maybe you meet them and they're great, but the problem we all forget is that we're all that person.
Right.
That person that you're going, "Oh my God," about has their person they go, "Oh my God," about, and we've all shit our pants. I'm just going to say it. If you haven't yet, get ready. Get ready.
Something to look forward
Pack
to.
a bag. It's coming. It's coming. we've all had great moments of success and horrible embarrassments, all of us. And when we see celebrities or people like that, all we see are those moments that we remember, and of course they're flawless. And I think it's important to remember that not every celebrity is Keanu Reeves. Let me just tell you, they're not all nice. I had to interview somebody on the radio who I not just admired, but like look up to, a real groundbreaker in the LGBTQ entertainment field. And they were such a bitch to me during my interview. There was backstory there. There was some backstory there because their best friend used to work at the radio station I worked at, and they had fired them unceremoniously. So somehow or another, because we were the only gay radio station and this person was in town doing a show, of course she's going to get interviewed on the gay radio station.
Right.
And I did, and I just lost some of my notes for half a second, and I remember saying, "Oh, I'll vamp," and I'll say, "So where are you off to next?" And they were like, "You don't know." And they'd been sour through the whole interview,
Wow.
and then they did that, and I said, because we were pre-recording it. I held a hand up to my producer, who's half my age, a young lad who was already hating this person. And I held him out, and he put a pause on the recording. And I just apologized to the person. I said, "I'm so sorry. I do have my notes, but they're all over the place. And I literally just lost. I had them, and they literally just, here they are. I have them now." So we paused the tape. Do you mind if we start again? Like,
Right.
inside, I'm dying that I just pissed off this icon in my life. But I'm still having to do a job. And then we did the rest of the interview, and I thanked her and wished her the best of the tour, and congratulated her on other successes, and off she went. And my producer said to me, "I'm not airing that. Screw her and her show." That's not what he said, but he said, "F her and her show. I'm not airing that." And I said, No. You have to air it." And he said, "But she was so mean to you." And I said, "Well, maybe she's just a mean person."
Yeah.
I would use the C word for that. I'm Scottish, I have to. Maybe she's just a mean person. Maybe today her dog died. Yeah. Maybe today was not the day to do an interview, but she had to anyway. I don't know. We don't know. Maybe this is just how she rolls, and that's a choice she has to make. At some point, there's going to be no new journalists to be mean to.
Right. Fair.
But anyway, so I remember at the time, like I was so distraught.
Right.
Oh, just putting on my highlighter and then my blush, and then we can do some tasting.
All right. Woo!
But yeah, it killed me. What were the other things we were talking about? The union?
Yeah. So I've just been really impressed with all that's been happening with Fran Drescher and with the SAG strike going on after the writers were going on strike. And actually right here in Toronto, I'm not even sure if it's nationwide, but we have grocery store workers have just
went on strike.
For better pay. And I can totally see that because one of the things that happened here was during the start of the pandemic in Toronto, a lot of the grocery store chains, they surged the hourly wages.
That's right.
For the frontline workers. And they were like, "You're vital. We are going to give everyone a raise." And then at a certain point, when they declared that the pandemic was quote unquote over, they pulled back on that additional pay that they were giving frontline workers.
No.
Yeah, they did. They rescinded it. So the pay's gone back down to pre-pandemic levels. And also, I believe it's the Metro chain that is on strike right now. And apparently, 72% of the workers are now part-time. Like Metro has reduced everybody's.
That's dirty pool.
It is dirty pool because who can feed themselves? Never mind a family. Who can feed themselves on that kind of wage, and they're working full time. They're working sometimes 2, 3, 4 jobs, and you can't make a living. That's not right. Not when there's someone else, sitting on a pile of muted cashmere sweaters that could be being used to pay frontline workers. That's my side jibe to what's that guy's name? Galen Weston.
Oh,
When he appears in all of those commercials with these little casual sweaters.
yeah. You know, he goes home to his sex dungeon.
Woo! Well, yeah, so that's just been really what's been going on here. Oh yeah, some people have been mentioning, yeah, it's Metro.
And then the nurses, like, here's the thing. Here I was in the hospital just after the pandemic. So all these poor, exhausted frontline healthcare workers. And like they haven't had a raise. They in fact had a decrease and a freeze because of Ford. And now they just released an 11% for some of them, not all of them. But during the pandemic, they were so short-staffed that they had to have. Do you see how I used the darker purple? I used a purple down here.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so I used this purple. It's called Ripe,
Ooh.
and then I used this pink. Candy Muse and I both like our blush up on our cheek, but that's a very 1920s. Deanna Vreeland did it.
Right.
It's a style of blush, but I quite like it. But also because Candy Muse and I have very wide faces, so it helps cover some of that real estate. But yeah, so I used this pink up here and did again like I did with the bronzer, just like a nice little ellipse to get it in there, and then I used this more neutral pink with this pink in here, and then that purple just to cut. So there's
You
that.
said what palette that is?
This is the
What
Juicy
palette it
Cheeks
is?
from Blend Bunny. All of these are Blend Bunny except for the Juvia's Place. I don't even know if Blend Bunny came out with a contour palette. I'm not sure if I would buy their contour palette. Not for any other reason. I just don't need one. But yeah, and I always pinch that brush to get that line so I can really kind of give that Nike swoop in here. And then just for, again, I'll take that pink, that nice pink, just on the sides. Down here. Makes me look a little sun-kissed. And then I'm also going to take that pink there, that darker pink, but I'm just want to warm up the edges of my face a little. This is the other thing with drag. You can end up looking very dead very quick, or you can end up looking weird because you put so much makeup on a face that has nothing. So, all right.
So, Wilma, have you ever thought about doing a meetup?
Doing
A meetup. Stephanie wants to know.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what, Stephanie? Here's the thing. So before I went into the hospital, I would never have gone because I knew I was dying, literally. I was allowing myself to die, but I also thought that I had no choice. My Ontario health card had expired, and I thought that meant I wasn't covered anymore. And I just had no recourse to get myself well, so I thought. Now that I'm on the mend, I still have trouble moving. Like I'm moving way better than I was when I got out of the hospital, but I'm not near. I still need a walker to kind of keep my balance, and I still need to take breaks or I get exhausted. But I do want to. I do want to do meet and greets now because I can. Like I physically, it was all down to before just me perpetuating this ruse that I was fine and not telling anybody what was going on in my life, and that's why. So I apologize to everybody if I haven't been as accessible as I would like as well. But I was really dealing with a lot of health issues. Well, I wasn't dealing with them at all. That's the problem.
Right.
Yeah. Which is now time for us to say, take care of yourself.
Yeah, definitely, everyone.
I don't know how my eyelashes have gone so straight over the years. They used to be very curly, and now they just go. They just go straight out of my face, like they couldn't care less. I'm excited because I made new eyelashes. I have to say, I'm glad that I did this eyelid because it just was faster than what I've been doing lately. And I'm so glad that Hillary was the inspiration.
Gorge.
My little Canadian Camp Wanakiki sister.
Ooh.
Barf.
Oh, David is saying maybe meet up at Barbara Hall Park at some point.
Oh yeah, I could shuffle down there. We should go somewhere though where we could have a coffee. Or that coffee shop right across the street from you is so nice.
It is nice.
That's good for the Toronto people. What do we do for Stephanie and Chloe and Martha and Teresa?
I mean, I guess that's why you have to go on tour.
Well, Teresa has already more or less offered me her guest room, so I guess I'm moving into Ireland. But for me, it's all money now, right? Like, so I don't really have a job. This is my income. So again, thank you all for your support. Like, I don't ask you to support me, but if you feel the urge, I'm so grateful for it because it's not why I do this.
So I just put the little banner up for any of the links that you're looking for. They're in the description box.
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you.
And this is where you can find Wilma on Instagram, and me too if you feel like it.
Candice does this great thing that I have to start doing, a mild morning activity, and she just takes pictures of her walk in the morning. And I have yet to get into a schedule where I go on a walk, that I have to go on a walk every day. And I was thinking that I would try and do it early when you do it, so we could take pictures at the same time.
Oh, that would be really cool. I was not really a go out for a walk type of person either, but I had unfortunately it happens in families. I had a family member pass away last year, and I'm like, well, I just better start somewhere.
Yeah,
after
figuring it out.
Yeah, and after the pandemic, I really was like not. I was just so used to being inside. But I will also say this: I find being outside and it being hot insufferable.
Yes.
And so I just found early in the morning was the only time that I could go out for a walk that it didn't feel oppressive.
And I'm an early morning person. I'm always up. You see me, I heart your stuff almost the minute it goes up.
Yeah, you do. It's so cool.
But you walk before I have breakfast. So my worry is I want to walk after I eat because that's the best time to walk for a diabetic.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I just want to kind of break down that blood sugar.
We've got a couple of really great comments. It looks like Leon is suggesting that for Wilma fans, finger minions.
That sounds dirty.
Oh my God. Well, Martha here is saying that has a nice ring to it.
Martha Anastasia?
Yes. And Leon is saying the Wilma Finger version of Naughty Nana Ducks. Walking with Wilma in the morning would be cool.
Oh my God, you guys have got to get lives.
Totally. And so there's a question David's asking where, I'm closer to Woodbine Station, but I will say this. I really do. It is like a walking partner. I think is totally great. For myself, I work from home. So for me, it's my time to just sort of go out there, clear my head, and I kind of give myself permission for the walk to be whatever it's going to be that day. So sometimes I'm like, you know what? A block is fine. I'm doing one block today as long as I do something.
Sometimes it's pants off.
Sometimes it's pants off. You know what I mean? Sometimes I skip. There's a skip and a jump. Who can say?
Who can say?
Who can say? But yeah, getting up, doing it in the morning, for me has just been the only way to get it to work, and it's also the only way that I've been consistent.
Right.
So.
All right. So, what I do want to do is I'm going to throw on some nails before we do any of this. I want to send a shout out to. Hold on. to Aunt B. I think she's still there. Because she sent me all these nails. Now
I'm not sure.
Oh, here they are. Oh, wait till you see some of these. Oh my God. So this is my Morphe brush kit. I bought this specifically for this tin. Look at these here. Leopard.
Oh, whoa. Those are
Glittery leopard.
gorgeous.
These are my favorite ones. You know what? Fuck it. I swore.
Well, Ushi, isn't Ushi in Japan?
Yeah. No.
Oh. I looked up for my nails and a gorgeous nymph is on my screen. That's you, Wilma.
You're drunk. So I just bought some new press-on nail tabs. And these ones are BT Art Box. I don't know. I got them on Amazon. But I was using some that were a gel pad. They were awful, just awful. Every time I put on nails, they would fly off, just spring off. It was the worst. And somebody was asking me, what are my tips for fake nails? First of all, I use the press-ons because I don't wear them. I don't want to hurt my nail bed by putting on acrylics. No offense. But the other thing is you take alcohol. This is actually 99% isopropylene, but it's an old spray bottle. And I just spray my nails with the alcohol, rub them off, because it just takes all the oils off.
Right.
And then it makes these pads stick better. Because otherwise, that could be a reason why your some nails fly off. And then just do this. So now, Candice.
Yes.
I was very happy and surprised at the same time to see such a reaction to our stick it in your face hole. We're just getting ready to try our first sampling of snacks.
Ooh.
We got 3 kinds.
Ooh, 3 kinds.
Yeah, and we'll talk about them in a little bit. But if you want to send snacks to Candice and I to try on camera for a future live, by all means, send me a request for a mailing address at Wilma Fingerdoo, seriously, at gmail.com. And I will
Is it this? Tell me if I got it right. Is it Wilma Fingerdoo SRSL? Nailed it.
Nailed it.
You know what? I had doubts, Wilma.
It's all right. It's all right. Doubts are all right.
Yeah, forgive Aunt B. I'm learning everyone's aliases online. I'm learning.
She'll get there, and then she'll be sorry.
Oh.
Whatever, Madam McQueer.
Exactly. All right.
We are almost there.
Snacks are imminent.
So I just pull these tabs off and stick these nails right on. Look at that. B even painted the undersides red.
That is stunning.
Yeah, isn't that great? It's such a great nail.
It's
so simple. It's so easy. Putting them on is such a fuss. What else were we talking about? There was the union strike.
We were talking a little bit about Fran, but then there was also I saw Barbie this week.
Oh, you saw Barbie. How was it?
I really liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was really well done. I'm not a devotee. Like I don't know if I'll watch it
Again.
all the time. I'll probably watch it again. I would probably watch it again. Yeah. But I don't know if I. You know what? And I might even go to the theater to see it again just because of the spectacle of it.
Yeah.
the production value, they really spare no expense.
Of course not.
What it looks like, and they've done a really fabulous job with it.
Wow. You didn't see Oppenheimer then?
No, I didn't. I didn't see Oppenheimer.
I was reading something. They were bracing themselves for another surge in COVID because of the Barbie Heimer.
I can see that.
Everybody was going to see both of them, and they both had great weekends. But now they're worried that people are all going to surge the COVID, spike the COVID.
I can totally get that because I saw Barbie Monday afternoon, and it was packed.
Yeah. Of course it was. It's a summer movie. It's Barbie.
Totally. I just wasn't expecting that many people on a Monday afternoon.
Right.
But I mean, I think people are just itching for a reason to go out.
Yeah. Which is great, but it makes me worried that people are just taking risks still,
Oh, fair. Yeah, no, I do see that. I do see that. Uncertain Voyage is going to see Barbie on Monday.
Nice.
And they're going with a friend who's a huge Barbie fan who's getting all dressed up for it. I will say,
Oh.
yeah, I totally saw lots of people dressed up on Monday.
Yeah. I would dress for it if I had the stuff to wear. Yeah, that's. I can't get
Sometimes
these
it's
nails.
just a tip of the hat.
Yeah. I'm really having trouble with these nails.
Oh,
It's not the nails, it's getting the backing off the tabs.
right.
They're just too sticky. All right. I think it's time.
It's time for stick it in your face hole.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I'm not putting any more of these nails on. I can't seem to get. I'll do it later. I'll just stick on the ones that I can, and we'll hope for the best. All right. Yeah. Okay. So now, are you ready?
Yeah.
Bring that box over here.
Bringing the box over here. This is my song. Is this the magical bag?
Yes, this is it.
This is the magical bag.
Oh, I should put some hair on.
This is the
Please.
magical bag.
Let me just put some hair.
Yeah, already. Hot stuff.
Woo! See happening.
Hot stuff.
All right, no lipsticks, so we can eat.
Right. Exactly.
All right. What is this? Do we have scissors over there? The blue scissors?
Oh, okay.
Get in camera here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Ugh, all of these are coming. I'm taking these off. I shouldn't have tried. I shouldn't have tried to put my nails on too soon. Too soon. I'm doing too much business. I look so weird with that lipstick. All right, good. All right. One of them went on the floor, so watch where you step.
Alrighty.
All right, so this bag, oh, this is from Martha.
More.
Martha Grunwald out of BC. She sent this through Amazon. This is there we go. Japanese snacks.
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
Ooh.
A sticker or something. Thank you very much. All right, let's just start looking at these. Now, the thing is, I don't know what these say.
I'm not sure what that is either.
That looks like a jelly donut.
I'm not sure. That definitely looks like there's seaweed on top of that. Anyway.
Now, these are all snacks. They're not candy. So I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of fish taste in general.
Okay, so we're sticking this in our face hole.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, wait. The back of the
Texas corn.
it says Texas corn. I think for all you corn aficionados,
That can't be good.
This is Texas corn. I don't know if that's a euphemism of some kind. Okay, so we're gnawing into the Texas corn as we speak.
Yeah.
Right.
How do we know it's Texas corn?
Here's some Texas corn. Here, we'll give
What it looks like.
Here we are. More Texas corn.
It tastes like packing.
Yeah.
material.
Yeah. It's not bad.
No, like if I were hungry for a snack, I don't know if this would
Yeah.
satisfy me because I don't feel like I'm eating anything.
Yeah. It's I don't know what this is bringing to the table other than it's taking up
Activity.
space at the table.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. Here. I can't even taste anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Entry level.
Let's try this.
Thank you.
What is this? It's a
That
big dirty carrot.
it's a big dirty carrot.
Usually these have Reese's Pieces in them.
Oh, do they?
Well, the carrots that I've had.
Oh.
Oh, more
What's
puff,
happening? Ooh.
puff things.
Is there a puff situation? Is it Puff the Magic Dragon?
Yeah, it's like puff rice or something.
I will say I did get a manicure especially for this.
Oh, that's good. I took my manicure off.
Oh. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's got a nice little sweet.
I like that.
Sweet.
But
It's
not,
not too
too
sweet.
sweet. I like that.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We love.
We have a
I
bunch
love
of
bunny
these.
fudge.
I don't know
Oh,
what
that's
these
good.
are, but look at these. They seem to all be the same thing.
Oh, like a different
Yeah,
flavor variation. I'm
yeah,
gonna-
like they all have different
pop these right
cartoons
in.
on. I'm gonna take this one to see what it is. Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Oh.
It's like a pool noodle.
All right, I'm gonna go for the purple pool noodle. I'm gonna look, see if there's anything on here that gives any kind of indication of flavorment. No, I don't know why I'm trying. Why am I even going down
it's
that
all
road?
foreign. Yeah.
Why am I going down that road? That's
This
not.
is savory. I don't know what it tastes like.
Oh.
Mm.
This is giving real orange hot dog action.
I feel like this could be chicken, like a chicken roast chicken. Taste
Oh.
it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I feel like orange guy better.
Hold that. Hold that.
So I don't know if someone can tell me what these are, but
I'm very surprised at how non-aggressive the flavor is.
yeah, not that I'm saying I want you to give us very aggressive flavor.
No.
This is probably very good for me where we're at so far.
All right, I don't know what the hell this is. It's a striped little ghosty thing,
Mm.
and it looks like marshmallow or something. Can we
It
go with
could be.
marshmallow now?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why
I
not.
don't- So far, none of this is offensive. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Here.
I do so far carrot
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a marshmallow treat. It's a delightful marshmallow treat.
There's no taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like something to do with your lips.
Mm.
And what's this? Mini cola.
I feel like it would keep a child quiet.
Oh, sure.
This is very amazing.
I can't believe people said this is so funny. All right. Oh, I think this is like a mint or something.
Oh, wow.
There's 3.
Ooh, 3 mints. 3 mints in a fountain.
Yeah, that tastes like cola.
Oh, it does. This reminds me of a lot of candy I had when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's really good.
This is weird.
Or are we taking a turn away from sweet back to
I don't know. I'm just kind of
savory?
going through all of this and seeing what's in here.
Okay. I'm not sure what this does look like if I had to guess a tofu kind
I was going to say plantain. It looks like a sliced plantain.
of. All right. Well, let's investigate. There's only one way for us to come out the other side of this one, Columbo. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, it's very gummy.
Yeah, like fruit leather.
Yeah, a bit like a fruit leather indeed. Here. There you go.
Like teriyaki or something
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yes, teriyaki because there's a sweetness.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual thing
Yeah.
is because it's like cardboard.
Yeah. But it is like some kind of teriyaki power bar.
Yeah. Here's something. I don't know what
situation.
this is. Little kitty soup. But it's little puffy things again.
Oh man.
Oh, this is like, those spiced snacks.
Oh. I'm very pedestrian with my snacks, I will say.
That's not bad. There's a substantial crunch.
Yeah.
There's a good mouthfeel. Not a lot of flavor,
texture.
but there is flavor.
Yeah.
This one here has an elephant on it with puffed balls.
Awesome.
Stick that in your face.
All right. All right.
They look like they've been in the oven.
Although I will say still so far, still Dirty Carrot is the winner so far. Like I would seek out Dirty Carrot.
It tastes like static cereal that has no milk on it.
I kind of like that.
Do you?
I kind of like that. Still not as much as Dirty Carrot though. Still, that's still the winner.
Yeah. And then we have this one.
Oh wow!
It's just got drawings of bears and
with a certain amount of
it looks like
labor being involved in some kind of work. Work people
fried or air crispy things.
Right. Oh. I don't know if you can like see.
Yeah.
That is. I haven't really.
It's just little lumps of loveliness.
Yeah, and then this was the other. To compare and contrast. Okay.
Like unbuttered toast.
I see that.
Like a Melba toast or something.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is like I tried these two, and I will say this one, corrugated guy here. Once I put this one in my mouth, this felt like a wrong way to go. So I'm going with this one. This was excellent.
This is weird.
Elephant. This was elephant package.
This is weird. It looks like cigarettes or something. Yeah, it probably is. What is this?
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, candy, an extended candy situation.
It's totally candy.
It's totally. I'm not doing a good influencer person online thing.
Again, there's no taste. There's no flavor.
Yeah, again, this tastes like a youthful. This tastes like something I would get at
Little Hello Kitty marshmallow.
This has. There's like a minty thing happening at the end or something.
I'm so used to the stuff that we have in North America that's so sugary.
Which it is.
It's awful. This looks like it has chocolate in it.
Oh, I do like that. I do like that. It's giving me like a
nice cocoa edge.
Yeah.
This is weird. It looks like a fizzy pop cartoon.
Oh, maybe it's like a shower chew or something like that.
One of those.
Okay. Yeah. Again, it's got the look.
This has the most flavor of the whole bag.
Oh, indeed.
That's nice.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
Again, that is one I would seek out. So I would seek that out. I would seek out Dirty Carrot.
I don't know what these are.
But it's lovely packaging.
What's this? Looks like a fat lifesaver.
It does look like a fat lifesaver.
Yeah, it's very thick.
And
it's very soft.
Oh. There's like an outer element or something on the interior.
All right, it's like taffy.
So much promise, but not the payoff I was hoping for.
No.
A lot going on texturally with that. Not a lot happening in the flavor department.
These are little case pastilles. Cherry, I think the flavor is. Weird packaging. The packaging is very weird.
I do like how it's not too much packaging.
Oh, look, it comes with a stick so you can put these in.
Nice.
Nice little
Nice.
stick so you can get these. Look at that. Just jab it. No flavor.
No, this doesn't. This definitely seems like aesthetic snacks. Like they're beautiful.
Yeah.
But again, I think I'm with dirty carrot and with green chewy thing. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Marshmallow with chocolate.
Not too bad.
Also not too
I
bad.
don't know what that is.
Those look like
Sugar pills.
yeah. There used to be these things. I think they were called rockets in the
Yeah, I hate
States,
those.
but they were called like sweet tarts or whatever.
Yeah. Sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. That's gross. Look at these just look like rocks with sugar.
Oh, they're pretty though.
Yeah. Lavender, purple. Yeah, just sugar. Black.
I would top a cake or like a cupcake. with
Yeah, that
these.
would look cute, but
It would look
there's
cute.
no flavor to it. Like I'm sorry that there's no flavor. That's the problem.
It does not stand up, but they're very pretty.
Look at this little blister has
Or taking me into Savory Town.
Savory Town.
Going back to Savory Town.
Yeah.
This one says to me, and maybe it says, you know what? I wanted soup, but instead I'm having a handful.
I'm just gonna have the dry stuff.
I'm having dry soup.
Yeah. I don't know. The majority of this stuff has
Oh.
no taste. That's my only complaint.
But I will say of the discoveries, again, have I said dirty carrot enough? Dirty carrot.
I don't know what this is, but who's not?
Right.
What else do we have in the box?
Well,
Oh, so this is from Chloe,
oh,
also from BC. So she sent a Cadbury chocolate bar, but it's all plant-based. There's no milk,
oh.
there's no wax, none of that. So this is made with almonds, chocolatey smooth. I don't know if you can read any of the. Oh, look what she also said.
It's sustainable cocoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she also
cool.
sent real fruits, 100% plant-based gummies. These are the fruit medley, and these are sours, fruit sours. And these are 100% natural, no animal product, which means it's because there's no. You want to put that in the
Sure.
there's no hoof or knuckle, because that's where you get gelatin from.
Right. Indeed.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's try this.
We're trying this. Okay. Yeah, that last thing we tried was gum, so that was why I took it out.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was gum. So I was chewing it. I'm like, that's not gonna work if we're trying everything. I can't have gum in my mouth at the same time.
Well, this is weird. It has a weird gray film on it.
You know what? That sometimes when chocolate is settles.
Yeah, but that's also wax.
Yeah. All right. It's nice.
And it's nice. It melts nice.
Yeah. Good
That's
texture.
taste.
Well, now the
Yeah, it's not
flavors.
gross.
Yeah, the flavor's coming in. It's very mild. It's a mild.
If you had been
Flavor.
handed that, would you
Mhm.
notice that it was anything other than chocolate?
No.
Neither.
I would think it was just, oh, it's a milk chocolate.
So there, that's good. Cadbury.
Yeah.
Cadbury,
It says
plant-based.
it's made with almonds.
Yeah, it is. It's got great
Yeah.
almond flavor. Now, these are real fruit, 100%
Oh.
fruit gummies. I don't know, there's supposed to be a couple of different kinds. Looks like a strawberry one here.
Just wanna show.
It's not too bad.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who sent this stuff in because I cannot believe that I get to do this.
It's so funny that
I
you guys did
cannot
this.
believe that I get to do this.
Seriously, the minute people
Oh,
started
that's
sending us
good.
stuff, I thought, oh, we're onto something here.
No.
These are excellent.
Oh, these are good.
Now, I'm not a huge sours person. Are you?
I love.
Oh, well, then you can take this one.
Sour is one of my favorite flavors. Like one of the things that I have is I have a lot of different types of vinegar at my
These are
house.
summer fruit, so there's a bunch of different kinds.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into it. All right. Look at that.
Strawberry.
So cute.
Bunch of peach.
Nice.
Oh, the sours I thought they were going to be.
They're nice though.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice though. Oh, I like these. Quite a bit.
Thanks, Chloe. Those are
Yeah,
good.
thank you. Dirty carrot. Real fruit sour. I'm into
That's
it.
yours. That's yours.
Right on. All right. I take dirty carrot goes home with me.
Yeah, I like those.
Oh. Okay.
We have one more thing.
Do we? Is this one?
Is that it? Is that the only thing
Yeah.
that's left in there?
Yeah.
This is also from Martha. These are snacks, but they're from Mexico. She got this on Amazon.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Whoa.
So this is what the box looks like.
Stop it.
So
I'm like,
funny.
let's take a look at my things.
Right. El Original. I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
It looks like
a
flavor.
paste.
Oh, look, there's two.
Oh, a powder.
Yeah. I don't know what it's for.
Is there something maybe more chewy, like you can
Yeah.
get into that as a tooth?
Yeah, let's
So
see.
we've got
That
so many
feels like a
options here.
sucker. There's a sucker. Oh, here, what's that? That's a sucker. Another sucker.
Well, why don't we try the sucker?
Well, let me just see what's all in here. There's a lot of these powders, which
There
makes me
are.
wonder what the hell they're doing. Okay, let's start with this. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
This is from Mexico. This is called Framboise, so it's strawberries.
Oh,
Ooh, it's lumpy.
so tamburinis.
Oh, tamarind. Is it? Oh, it's tamarind.
I think it's for drum because I'm not sure what the Spanish word for drum is, but in Italian it's like timpano or timpano.
Like tamarind.
I'm wondering if it's.
That was way too sweet for me. Oh,
Oh, was it?
I don't need a lot of sugar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. It's very sweet. It's like a rock candy.
Yeah.
A rock candy.
I don't know what this Relinderos? Relinderos? I don't know what this is. Ew. Oh god, that's gross.
Tell us how you feel.
This looks so gross. Is there more than one? Okay, there's more.
Oh,
than
there.
one.
Okay, there's another one. Reyerinos. That's what I'm guessing. It's being weird.
Do you remember those hard candies that you used to get? Maybe your grandmother had them, but they were soft inside.
Yeah.
That's what this is like.
That is. I don't think it tastes bad,
No, there you have them.
but it's definitely something that you would have to have. I don't get this as like a long-term thing. Like
No.
you're eating that for a whole afternoon.
Ooh. This looks interesting. Pulponardo. Pulparindo. Pulparindo. No idea what that is.
Ooh. This I think is tamarind because it says de tamarindo natural.
Ooh.
What do we think?
No, it's
For
just
you?
too sweet. Oh,
For you, too sweet?
it's curling my teeth.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Now we have squinkles.
Oh, twinkles,
I
cool.
don't know what that means.
Oh. It's tamarindo, it's sweet, but at the end there's
It's a
spice
weird,
at the
yeah,
end.
there's a weird slap
There's
in the
like
mouth.
there's a little spice at the end.
Oh, look at these.
I'm gonna tell you I kinda like that. I do kinda like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
So there's these red and then a sauce.
Oh.
Salsagetti.
Oh,
That's
whoa.
disgusting. I'm just gonna grab one of these licorice.
Okay. We're gonna take a salsa spaghetti, which looks like some kind of adulterated licorice.
It's not good.
I will be honest with you and say I still have so much
Other
tamarindo
stuff
in my mouth. I mean, I think that's, if we do this again, we have to consider like what is our sorbet? What is
Yeah.
our clearing?
What's our
the
palate
palate?
cleanser? there?
Maybe I should bring a baguette next time,
Right?
or something with little baguette slices in between. So I have no idea if people are going wild in the chat
I don't know either.
because I'm stuffing.
Here's
my
one
face.
thing here. A green stripe thing. There's only one. So
All right. Okay. Green stripe thing. There we are. Green striping. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Is it disgusting?
You know what? This feels like it's very salt put together with sugar.
No.
There's a very high salt, at least in the exterior. And that's the extent of my exploration of that.
Good for you. This scares the hell out of me. Hot sauce or ketchup packets?
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Oh, this'll be like a hot sauce.
Here, let me just do one. We just opened the one.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Oop.
If you're joining our club, you have to take a finger full of sauce. Oh, ooh. Oh, it's good.
It's hot sauce.
Yeah, it's hot sauce.
If you like hot sauce, this is excellent.
Yeah,
You like hot sauce?
I do. Gracias.
You put it all in that box.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so there's two of these.
You know how a girl loves a saucy box.
Fresh mini.
I still have this whole handful of hot sauce.
You need a tissue.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
I don't know what this is.
I feel like.
Oh God, I don't know what this is.
Do you
There's
squish
a
it out?
sprinkler.
Do you just push it out of the bottom? Oh, you sprinkle.
Oh, you don't push it out of the bottom.
I wondered if it's something that you put. Oh, I think you do. Look at that.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It's birthing. Oh, I have a feeling that this is almost like a baby bottle or something, and the idea is that the idea is that you suck it out of the tiny holes, friends.
That sounds disgusting.
Oh.
That is disgusting. I'm sorry, Mexico. You got some sad.
There used to be this thing, Play-Doh,
flavor.
called the Fuzzy Pumper Barbershop. And it was
exactly
like
what
all
it
the
is.
Play-Doh would come out. So it's like that.
Now I'm intrigued by these. Let's open one of these.
Oh, yeah.
These flavor packet things. I don't even know what it is.
Oh, this thing says dulce enchilado sabor. So this is again a tamarind.
This is disgusting.
All right.
I don't know why you would put that in anything. Oh my God, there's even sugar in it near the end.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'll try it.
Oop.
I might rim a drink with this.
I don't want to hear about your sex life.
Anymore.
I don't want to hear about it any less. All right.
Yeah, this definitely feels like something you rim a drink with.
Okay, so now we have some suckers. These ones have watermelon on them.
All right, I'm into that.
Let's see. Let's see if Mexico can ruin watermelon. I think they're going to. That's disgusting. That's like putting jerky in your mouth.
I'm wondering what the flavor combinations are meant to be.
That's disgusting. Oh my God, that's so disgusting. Why is there a picture of a watermelon on the front of it?
I mean, I think that's once you get I feel
Oh
like
God.
there is a crunch element to this.
Get to the watermelon part.
Yeah, but why
do people hate
the
humans so much?
labyrinth to get to?
Oh my God, taste it when you crunch it.
I feel like this is against my like.
Go
You know
for
what
the
I mean?
corner. Just the corner.
Yeah, this is not. This combination
That's
is not
disgusting.
working for me.
That is so disgusting.
That's not up my street.
No. Okay, so here's.
Okay, I'm trying to be good.
These two are the
Oh
same.
wow!
These are mango.
All right. Okay, we've got. Hola.
Still on that cover.
Hola guapos. Oh, you know what? This is because it has chilies. Paleta de caramelo con chile. So that's it. These are chili covered sweets. That's why. They're like, oh, you want sweets? We're going to make you go over the hurdles of having chilies all over your candies. So it is for a specific breed. Oh, what I do like about this, though, is it does look like a little animated flame.
Yeah.
It's mango. Looks like an animated flame.
So I'm gonna try this one.
Okay.
Because look at this. It looks like lemon.
It does.
It's like a lemon beer or something.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these they're just chili covered candy.
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh. Well, this one has. Oh my gosh. I love that this one has 3 warnings on the outside. All right. So it says exceso calorías. I don't speak Spanish, so. But exceso azúcares and exceso sodio. So I'm taking that to mean this has a lot of calories. This is a lot of sugar. This is a lot of sodium. Good luck, friends.
Enjoy.
Bon chance, mes amis. That's French. I know that's right.
It's disgusting. That's disgusting.
It's just not doing anything for
No.
me. It feels like, you know what? I feel like this is the kind of stuff you have to grow up with. Like, this feels like, oh, this is how we do. It's almost, it seems funny to think about this now, but when I was a kid, other kids at school would make fun of me having Nutella. Like, Nutella was
Really?
weird. Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, Nutella was considered like an ethnic food. Like you with your mortadella sandwiches and your Nutella. Oh yeah, like when I was a kid, totally.
Well, we grew up in a very Greek Italian neighborhood. Everything we did was foreign.
There you go. Well, that would make sense. The 2 blocks thing, it's not being that far from each other to find that later.
Yeah. All right.
True,
well,
it's true.
That was sticking in your face hole. I would like to thank everyone, Chloe and Martha. I think we're the only 2 that actually said anything.
Yo, thanks everyone. And I'm just gonna grab a couple of these while I
stick the whole thing in there. There you
wheel myself away and back to my station.
Ooh. All right, I'm almost done my face. I'm just gonna put lipstick on. We'll wrap this up.
Woo.
Now you can find out what everyone said.
Exactly.
During our.
Because
I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed trying stuff. I was worried. It was going to be grosser. It wasn't that bad. But I'm just going to say Mexico, fail. Japan, much better.
Yeah, people are going wild with the Mexican candy. Oh, Tim is saying send her Mexican candy. We had quite a bit of Mexican candy.
Oh. Yeah, don't send any more Mexican. Unless you just hate us. If you hate us, then please, by all means.
And if you love us and you want to support the Fingerdoo review, we've got links in the description box. That was pretty wild. I really loved that. That was so fun. yeah, I just want everyone to see how you're lining your lips.
Oh yeah. So I go right across the top above my Cupid's bow.
And Lady Jenny, I got your back. We will not forget the beauty spot. I will be the beauty spot spotter.
No.
Oh man, so many great comments. Oh my god. Candice's facial expression give us a whole new discovery journey. I'm like, oh my gosh, what about my face? You know what? I got one of those faces. The face is not a thing. Yeah, David, you're right. We weren't able to watch the chat while we were eating, but you know what I mean. We're working on all the little.
We're technically.
Yeah, we're working on all the technique. This was I think our first time out of the gate. I think we did well. I'm really grateful to everyone who provided stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, you send us anything, Candice and I'll stick it in her face.
Oh yeah, you know me. And Durant, thank you so much. Yeah, Dirty Carrot was my drag name in high school. There you go. Oh, what's the actual name, Dirty Carrot? No, not that.
No.
You know what? No, I can't say that my Japanese is where it should be. So
it just was at Easter. Reese's does the Reese's Pieces in a cone that looks like a carrot. That's why it's the exact same kind of setup as that. That's why I called it a dirty carrot. Now, look at that poor red lipstick. Poor. Just going to do a little bit of this. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, let's see. Definitely.
Just a little highlight from my highlighter palette. I used Far Out, which is a pink tone one. I just like to put it on and just. Yeah, just like that. And there, I think I'm done. Well, I haven't got earrings on. I don't have nails on. But we tried. I want to thank Elizabeth for these nails. I will get these nails on. I just tried to do them on camera, and I really shouldn't have. I should have had them ready to go. But yeah, so there's our live. I am ready to go to review Drag Race Down Under Season 3, Episode 1. Yes, it launched yesterday. I was surprised too. I hope that you are looking forward to my reviewing Drag Race Down Under. I have said this before and I'm saying it again. I'm not going to be following any of the drag races with subtitles. No offense to anyone or any country or any language. It's just so hard for me to watch the episode while reading it. And then I have to go back and watch it again to then look at what I was reading. Because I feel like I miss a lot of stuff visually, and then I have to go back and check what they said again. And then in writing the script, I feel like I watch every episode 5 or 6 times. Wherein when I'm watching an English one, I don't have to actually look at it. I just hear it and I can type my reaction and then just kind of glance up at the screen and see what they're talking about. It's just an easier process for me. So I will be doing Drag Race Down Under. I will be doing UK. I will be doing Canada's. And again, regular Drag Race and All Stars. I think those are the ones.
Before we go,
yeah.
Beauty Mark. We got the Beauty Mark squad in the comments.
So funny. I always, you know what's so funny too about the Beauty Mark was I never wanted to wear a Beauty Mark, and then I put it on for something, and somebody said, "Oh, I love the Beauty Mark," and I was like, "Oh, thanks."
We've got to do the Beauty Mark because Martha Redwell just joined. So Beauty Mark for Martha and Leon.
See, now this is a pencil. gonna just give me a second here. I'm gonna just hit it with a bit of liquid.
Woo.
But there you go. All right. So that is our live for this month. We're going to be trying to do a live every month with Candice on the moderating board, helping ask your questions and keeping everybody in line. We will put more things in our face hole if you send them to us. We will take anything, snacks, candy, treats. I don't know what else you can send.
Chips. You know what? I love a chip.
I love a unique chip too.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
Kind of
Britain has
chip.
some of the most unique flavors.
Crisps.
Crisps. When I was last in Britain, well, no, that's not true. The last time I was in Britain and bought crisps, the Spice Girls were still quite a big thing. They were on everything. And I bought one bag of every flavor of crisps that they were all on to bring home to save. And of course, they all had air in them. And then slowly I popped each one and ate them. But I saved all the little bags, and now I don't know where they are. But anyway, yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your contribution. We are doing a live on my Patreon page tomorrow, 4 till 7-ish. We do them twice a month. If you have not joined me on Patreon, what the hell is wrong with you? Also, stay tuned because Wilhelmina Box Farts and I will be returning to the screen together to give you our opinion of All-Star Seasons 8, the entire season, and share our thoughts on how it all went down and how it ended and all that jazz. So that's what's coming up. That's what's coming down the pike. I hope you had a good time today. I hope you continue to have a fabulous weekend. And as I said before, there are links down below for sending a tip or two, joining Patreon, or getting yourself some Wilma merch on my Redbubble store. Until next time, that's me. Thank you, Candice.